as our players begin to enter the region of Millifax, each of you can see flying through the air different kinds of dragons and drakes. Maybe not what you might expect from your typical fantasy dragons. Many of these are leaner and lithe, long and sort of beautiful in their texture and colors. You notice dragons sort of descending quickly towards the water, blues and sort of opalescent green colors. Clearly these dragons are adept to the waters around Scaldmere. You see them closing in their wings like you might see birds of prey descending quickly to the water. In the distance, you can see them sort of almost forming flocks, but much smaller, maybe 3 to 6 dragons flying in formation as they tuck in their wings, following an alpha. They descend into the water, grabbing schools of fish, some of them having fish, large fish like the size of marlins between their jaws. A lot of them, I would say, are maybe in that in the size range of like a large horse, somewhere about that size. Somewhere in between that and maybe like a minivan. Sort of about that kind of size. They vary in length to maybe 10 feet to 20 feet, with their tails sort of swishing around. Their wings are long and thin, and they wrap around their bodies as they fly into the water. Down below, you can now see the city of Scaldmere. There are large towers, sort of pointed with interspersed buildings with domes and a sort of there's a lot of stonework here. You can see that there's stone of varying colors. I think most of it probably leans towards darker colors. There's the sun here cascades through this atmosphere, and it picks up tones of orange, pink, and purple as the sun is beginning to set. You can see maybe you have, I would estimate, maybe an hour's worth of dusk before it becomes nighttime. The ship below you can see settling into the harbor. There's a few dragons that appear to be with riders as well. You can see that there's probably a group of them heading towards the airship. What do you do?
Should we hail them? Oh, that one almost looks angry. I can't tell. Can I roll insight to see if I can understand their intention?
Yeah, this will be insight, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, a 9. I think. I mean, they. You've been to Millifax before. I imagine this is probably like the equivalent of a Coast Guard kind of situation, except it's like it's a patrol that circles around Scaldmere.
Okay.
They are probably going to hail you if you don't hail them.
Okay. Hang on, guys. I got this.
Hail!
It's clear as day.
Gosh, I'm glad that didn't pick up on the megaphone. And that's all I'll say.
Hello, airship. What is your designation?
Oh.
Should I slow down? You want me to go faster?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, don't go
I don't know if I
fast.
want to tell them.
Went to the dark shoulder and emblem, maybe?
What is the ship's name?
That is an excellent question, my friend. And I
you
just
named it
I just
before.
stand there like, and you see my face like just glaze over. Greg,
Yeah.
do you remember the name of the ship?
Don't put this on me. You
Do
said
none
you
of
had a
us
notebook
remember?
and you wrote everything down.
I mean, you named it.
You know how much shit I gotta track?
My memory's not what it used to be.
Well, we can't rename it mid-air. That's bad luck, apparently.
Well, why not?
Luck?
We're the SS Bad Luck.
Huh?
The
Sounds
SS
about right to
Bad
me.
Luck. If you could please pull into the airship dock. Do you have intentions in Scaldmere?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Very well. Make your way to the airship dock and speak with the harbor master immediately.
Thank you.
It was a silly name. when
Our
you named it.
squadron will guide you down. Please follow.
All
Wonderful.
right.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. I think that went really well.
The SS Bad Luck?
Well, I had to think of something, and I looked genuinely concerned, like, am I losing it? Am I losing it? No, I'm not losing it. I'm fine. Anyway, we'll just roll with that for now.
So do you remember why we're here? At least?
Of course. Yes.
What's your mum's name?
Okay.
Oh, why do you keep asking me that?
I don't know. It's just pressing on my head for some reason.
Right. But okay, and I look down. Okay, we're descending. Oh my gosh. I could use some lemonade.
I'll maneuver the ship slowly and smoothly as possible, following the dragon riders.
Very well. You don't have to make a check for this. I'm going to say that you follow them down, and I think the first thing that you notice here is that this city is very impressive. It is very different compared to Clatterpoint. This looks very heavily populated. There are many tall towers. It's kind of an architectural combination of a sort of Gothic look, but also I think there are some themes of maybe like Moroccan. There's a lot of domed buildings, and I think you can see like there's a lot of stonework here. And as you begin to descend, you can see on various towers there are, it appears that the dragons roost in many of these locations atop these towers. So there's a lot of dragons that seem to be watching over things. There's this predatory sort of feeling almost as you're descending. You're seeing like dragons kind of looking around, sizing up things as you descend. There is a tower that you can see which other airships seem to be docked to. There's a series of them, maybe 4 or 5 that you can see just a little bit inland, just a tiny bit, more so than the docks that are down below. These towers look to be built into part of a mountain range, which quite clearly has a lot of machinery around it. You can see that there is quite clearly an active volcano here.
Would the main quest have ever brought us here by any chance?
What is the main quest?
Well, whenever we had played originally the MMO, would any of us have gone to Millifax?
No, Millifax
No.
was in the expansion.
It was the expansion. Oh, yes, okay.
This is the Eastern Continent, I think.
Right.
So you follow these dragon riders down as you can see the tower getting closer. There's probably some lights that are illuminated for you to park in as the dragon riders sort of veer away. You can see there's lights illuminated for you to park effectively. For this, I will need a check.
All right.
This will be Dex and Dex. Difficulty.
I lick my hand and I slick my hair back. Grab the steering wheel.
I'm sitting down at this point.
Sure. The difficulty is 10.
All of us?
Greg?
No, this is for Rue. Rue is
Okay.
piloting
Is that
at the
Dex
moment.
and Dex?
Yep.
Very good. Difficulty 10. 15.
Oh, easy peasy. Rue, you perfectly park right into the space, slowing down appropriately as you can see there's some airship workers that have, heavy cables looking for mooring on the side of the ship.
Did you ever have a pilot license in the real world? You're incredible.
Yeah, that was well done.
I flick hair over my shoulder. No, I just played a lot of Rocket League.
Oh,
Oh,
I park the car.
Figures.
nice. Oh my
Rocket
gosh, I don't know
League.
about you guys, but I'm kind of starving. Maybe we should find somewhere to eat first, and that way we can kind of, I don't know, make plans from there.
Moon,
It
what
is
is your
getting
favorite
dark.
colored meat?
Purple.
Yes, we're sane. All right. As you were.
Do you think we shouldn't? I mean, if you can go ahead, I can meet up with. Is it Gafran?
Gafran.
Gafran?
Fran, that person. Yes, we need to know where our quarters are going to be.
That's true. I guess I feel like I can't really think on an empty stomach, so.
And I can go, and you guys can go get your food.
Are you sure?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. And I would take very little convincing here. It's just like, yeah, absolutely, please do that, because I am famished.
Before I do that, and I look towards Rue, can I have the little emblem?
I reach into my inventory and I pull out the small mark that Iris had given me, and I flip it between my fingers. How about I come with you? I'll be on my best behavior. And I boop Enders on the nose.
It is best if you do not go alone.
How about I hold the mark and you come with me, just in case if you burn something down, it won't be tagged to the person who doesn't know we have an extra mark.
My tail flicks excitedly behind me. Okay.
I take a breath of relief, put it in my inventory, and then nod. All right. I guess we'll find you. I don't know. We'll ask what the hot spots of food are, and hopefully there's a
Yes.
district. This place is huge.
Yes,
Just-
yes, of course.
Don't burn anything else down.
Yeah.
What's the plan?
Or shoot flaming arrows.
Right.
Yeah.
Those
That
tend
would
to burn
make
things
sense.
down.
Yes. Well, I mean, it was in a building, so it wasn't getting burnt down. It was just simply burning, I would say.
Burned up.
Burned. But yes, inflamed something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, no, you'll probably be safer than not here. I mean, there are a lot of dragons. There's a lot of fire. They probably
Wait.
have, fireproof stuff.
Isn't this the home of purple meat?
This is not the home of purple meat. Purple meat is very far away from us, Bo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do
Maybe
dragons
that's
have purple
okay.
meat?
Have you guys ever had? And I lean in. Dragon.
They eat them?
Is that legal?
Well. And I sort of do one of these.
illegal meat. Let's do it.
Okay, listen, I'm famished. And you guys want to go... Wait. And I'm like, trying to clear my head. Where exactly are you guys going? You're just gonna go?
Well, their ship should be docking as well, and
Okay.
if we hurry, we can.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's not important, Moon. We have danger pork to eat.
Right. Danger pork. Okay. All right. Well, good luck, guys. We're gonna head out, and I yell back, Greg! Take a nap, buddy. You deserve it.
Right.
He
Right.
says, "We'll do."
I'll
Question
try
mark.
and find some fresh vegetables for you, Greg. I'll bring them back. That sounds like he was happy, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah.
and I repeat, "Oh, gee, thank you for remembering about me for once."
Before I leave, I'll reach into my inventory, pull out a Zenit, and flip it over to Greg. Us pilots need to stick together, you know? See ya.
He says, "Wow, a single coin? I can retire."
I feel like that's the only genuine translation that's happened for Greg from Val.
All right. Great. Oh, poor Greg. You know, he's always in a bad mood. Okay. Well, it's time to find some food. And I sort of straighten up, like,
Yes.
You guys ready?
Perhaps we can ask some of the dock workers or guards or what have you if there are any places nearby that would be good.
Yes. Yes.
And for
yes.
some sort of an inn. It's getting quite late. We should probably find a place at least in
And I
case they
clap.
don't figure it out.
Both my hands on her shoulders, and I go, "Excellent idea, Iris. Thank you." And then we start making our way forward. And looks like this one dock worker in particular that's just kind of scratching his head, not really doing anything. So I'm like, excuse me, hello?
So I think yeah, there's several like airship workers that rotate between like any ships that are leaving or taking off or whatever in the system, docking on this tower. You can see there's probably like a large number 4 on the tower to help you designate which tower, because each of these towers look very similar. And it's like a parking garage. It's kind of like easy. You're on 4B.
4B. Okay. 4B. Everyone remember 4B. 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 Okay, got it.
Do you usually forget where you park your ship?
No. Just really, really weird. You know, I usually stuff is front of mind.
You wanna take a screenshot or something to remember where you parked your ship?
Oh. I don't know if I've ever taken a screenshot while playing this game.
Ah,
Huh. Yeah,
I'll
maybe.
take a screenshot every single time I loot something, just in case.
Wow, that's
that-
smart.
Mm-hmm. Although
That's
I
really
have
smart.
no idea if I can screenshot. Screenshot! Did that work?
Nothing happens.
Huh. You know, for an expansion, this place really does seem to be lacking in general. Anyway.
Quality of life.
Right, yeah. Quality of
Yeah.
life. You can die now. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Quality of death, more like. Speaking of,
Right.
I'm hungry. Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yes. I'll try and look around, and I'm assuming the others are too, I don't know, to see if there's anyone we could possibly speak to and ask about any sort of restaurants or establishments.
Yeah, so I mean, there's probably signs about like when you come here. This is way more organized than Clatterpoint. When you come in, it's almost like an airport. This is like you can see clearly visible like harbor master, and it gives you it tells you like harbor master downstairs, or there's also a message there for I imagine there's like different sections of the tower, so it would say like stairs this way, lift this way, and there's also probably like an information desk or something.
Oh, yes. That would be perfect.
And it'll be like arrivals and departures.
Do
we have? You go on first. You first.
Do you know if there is any sort of protocol we must follow? As in checking in with the harbor master or dock master or information desk to let them know?
Do we have anything to declare?
Not really, I don't think. But I do think we need to check in with the harbor master. I just can't think because I've got food on the brain.
Right.
Well,
So
actually,
let
no,
us
literally,
ask.
I've got Bo on the brain.
My
And I
friend
shake
is
my head,
hungry.
and he just like blah, 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 blah.
And so I go to the information desk and ask about some restaurants and things we should take note of, or if they
Yeah.
have any sort of a map.
Everything's really clean here, and there's like some tidy looking uniforms. The person at the desk is human. They have it's a woman. She's probably got like a really short hair. I think probably like a pixie style cut. And you can see she has a similar looking uniform to the dock workers. She has a hat on. Everything looks like it's not quite military, but there's definitely a look that's sort of adjacent to that, I think. No like medals or anything, but like very rigid looking uniforms. So as you approach, she says, "Hello and welcome to Scaldmere. Are you here for business or pleasure?"
I look to Moon.
Oh, just pleasure for us today. Really, we're just looking for some food.
Very well.
One pleasure, please.
You can head to the harbor master to receive your visas in Milifax. Are you aware of the airship regulations throughout the country?
A brush up
That
would
is a
be
good
wonderful.
question. Yeah. Would I have any idea of the regulations? Having been here before?
You probably do. Milifax has some pretty strict airship regulations. It's usually only a few towns that actually allow airships. Like air traffic is pretty heavily regulated because of the dragons that fly around. The dragons on the coast here in Scaldmere are significantly less aggressive than the dragons that can be found inland. So yeah, there's probably some like warnings, like there's posters up that are just like things you should know about dragons. You know, like those kinds of informational posters. Like dragons see airships as potential enemies. You know, like their instincts are usually related to hunting, and airships can often be a focus for dragon attacks.
Oh.
That makes
wonder-
sense.
I wonder if dragons always taste like barbecue.
I'm sorry?
Don't worry about him. We're on our way. Thank you for the information. Yes, we are very aware of the rules and regulations. Also.
Very well. You can
Thank
find
you.
the harbor master at the bottom of the tower. There is a building that is central to the airship towers in the area.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Be on your best behavior because, as you know, the Empress watches and the flames remember.
Of course.
Flames remember.
Well, have a bright day.
Mhm.
And we leave.
Have a bright day.
I have no idea what man.
Greetings in Milifax are, or
Well, I feel like things have changed around here. I don't know. This is not what how I remember it being, but it's been a while. So, okay. Oh, right down here, bottom of the tower, and I head towards Harbor Master.
Yeah, you can see a very active city outside here. There are beautiful canals making their way through the city, sort of grandiose looking bridges and such. Honestly, the architecture is very beautiful here. This is a pretty stark contrast to Clatterpoint. This place seems very organized, and there's a lot of signage and things. This is a heavily populated city. There is a certain level of oppression that you can feel, though, walking through here. Koga had that sort of, that sort of bright golden aesthetic, and there was that sense of bureaucracy. Here, there's a little bit of that. Once you've gotten to the bottom of this tower, there are these many tall, pointy towers. It sort of resembles teeth as you make your way through the town. There's a little bit maybe of that, someone looking down on you kind of feeling, because there's literally dragons on top of many of these towers, perched there like birds of prey.
And I just keep walking with my shoulders up, and I turn to Iris. Just walk really tall as you can.
All right.
That's right.
Straighten up.
I try and form a more tall cuboid shape on Moon's head.
Become
Tall.
rectangle.
Yes, very rigid. You look
Right.
wondrous.
I think there's a lot of people probably looking at Bo on top of clearly Moon is a Celestian, and there's definitely, you're getting looks as you walk through the city. Iris, you're not really seemingly getting as many looks as you were in Clatterpoint.
With those looks that they are giving my friends, is there any sort of intent behind it? Can I tell if it's possibly because of Bo themselves, or is it because of Moon?
Yeah, give me insight. I'd say difficulty's 12 on this one.
Okay. 12 success.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of both. I think people are very curious about seeing a slime. It's not something that they would see very often, so maybe you hear a few people say, "There's a slime on someone's head."
Well, you
guess
two are
I am.
causing a little bit of a show.
Just a bit.
I haven't done anything yet.
No,
Well,
you don't even need to, Bo. You just
yes,
are.
you are rare.
Huh. Interesting.
But just keep an eye out, okay? I wouldn't want someone to, I don't know, snatch you guys.
We will stick together.
Like I am to your helmet. I suppose as long as you have your helmet, you have me.
Can you mold to the helmet?
Yes.
Whoa. And I just reach up to be like, whoop. Whoa. Oh, sorry, Bo. Whoa.
It's like your winged helmet now has, I suppose, a blue aura to it. I'm still kind of more like, formed in the center, so I'm still like on top of your head, but like it's now covering your helmet, like so your helmet now has a bit of a blue aura to it.
Whoa.
Oh, you bring out her eyes.
Huh.
Bing, 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 bing.
Is that painful?
No, I think that's
They're
a
not
good
falling
thing.
out, are they?
No. As far as I know.
It is that
Okay.
you make them prettier with your blue hue.
Right. I'm not
It
constricting
complements
her
her
head and making it on.
features.
Right. Okay, I was worrying for a second. I was crushing her skull.
No. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, and I look around to see actually if there's anyone with any Malefaxian garb.
Oh, a lot. I mean, yeah, you can tell there's people that are definitely not native Malefaxians
Okay.
wandering about. You can see people. This is a very busy port city that does trade with several different countries. Now, Malefax has been embargoed by, or has sanctions on it, I think, from a few countries. But I think you can recognize a few ships that are probably docked,
Okay.
as well as some people. There's
I guess,
definitely.
okay, I'm specifically, sorry to interrupt also,
Yeah, no
I'm
worries.
specifically thinking of the merchant. Like, I'm thinking of anything that would indicate that they are selling something.
That the merchant, are you talking about from House Gafran?
Well, yes, but I'm also thinking of the scene from earlier, from much earlier, when this was in Clatterpoint, and the man selling, he was like, "Oh, I'm selling," and he's like, "Why aren't you taking this? This is good quality stuff." And the guy's like, "I'm not going to pay for that." That was an exchange that we had a while ago, so that's still on my mind as well. I was just wondering if there's like a difference in like Malefax garb, like between professions, maybe.
Oh, yeah, probably. I mean, this place is kind of rigid. You can see there's a lot of like propaganda and things about as well. I think you can see there's a lot of like portraiture and statues of the Dragon Empress around town. You can all see there's some fountains and things that are quite obviously themed around the Empress. You've definitely passed by a few propaganda posters. There's stuff like even the smallest ember can set a kingdom ablaze. May her flames light your path. You know, there's stuff talking up the Dragon Empress like everywhere. You see very regal like poses and those kinds of things. You can also see that there is clearly propaganda about the Dragon Riders. Like, you know, you too could join the Dragon Riders. Test your mettle, you know, and show your worth. Become a Dragon Rider. And you can see that there's military companies that are on patrol through the city.
Okay.
But yeah, there's definitely I don't know if it's super clear what merchants handle what. I think the overall look here is that people are pretty well dressed. It's a pretty sharp contrast to Clatterpoint.
Okay.
And we must go get our visas from the harbor master, yes?
Yep.
So that is what we'll be looking for, signs and things like that to try to find them.
It's not hard. Again, the harbor master's kind of centralized in between the airship towers, and it's very close to the docks.
Okay. So we should make our way there pretty quickly, yeah?
Okay.
Right.
Is the Dragon Empress actually a dragon, or is this fire stuff some other thing then? Does she have dragons?
The Moon, you've met the Dragon Empress before. She is effectively a dragonkin.
Dragonkin? Sick.
Like a
Oh.
humanoid,
Jeez.
like a humanoid dragon.
So are they like humanoid with dragon features, kind of like some sort of draconic like sorcerer, or are they similar to like Fire Emblem where it's like somebody who can transform into a dragon? I'm just curious lore-wise how the dragon can function in Regalia.
Are you asking Moon or me?
Well, I suppose Moon, if she remembers any of this. So Moon, what is the Empress like? Is she actually a dragon?
Well, yes. She's very unmistakably a dragon. But I don't think she's not large like a dragon. She's, like person-sized.
Does she taste like dragon?
Well, I don't know. I've never eaten her.
What?
She's never offered.
We don't. Moon. We don't have to dig into your personal life as such. It is fine. You do not need to tell us those sorts of things.
Oh, well, you asked, but she is. Yeah, she's magnificent, and when you're standing next to her, she's also very warm.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Anyway, I think that's where we need to be, right over there. And I just make my way towards Harbor Master stuff.
Yeah. So this is a sort of cylindrical building with a domed tower. There are Gothic sort of columns that reach up at various points around the cylindrical building. It's there's dragon sort of themes worked into the stone around the building. It's like a darker gray colored stone. The dome on top is kind of a rich purple sort of color, and you can see that it, as the sunlight reflects off of it, it kind of shimmers a little bit. There's a bit of a scale-like appearance to the dome.
Wow.
And it's
Indeed.
clearly written above in two different languages, one of which you assume to be a sort of Millefaxian tongue, as well as a common tongue that says Harbor Master above.
Right. Let's get in here so we can get our visas and then eat.
Okay.
I'm gonna push the door open.
There are guards outside, you can see, just kind of keeping an eye as people go in and out. Make your way
go inside.
And it's, this one's a little bit more governmental, right? Like, this is more like a DMV style situation than like a smaller sort of harbor master office. There's a few lines here that you can see, one of which says air traffic, arrivals, departures, and then you can see sea traffic, arrivals, departures, and then you can see caravans. And
Hey,
there's-
Moon,
Yes?
do you already have a visa? You've been here before, no?
Well, a long time ago. I'm actually not certain that it didn't expire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, we'll probably have to go over to airships and let them know that we are here.
Are we going to be able to get our friends their visas, or are they going to have to?
Well, I imagine they'll probably find that out at some point, that they may or may not need one. But
Okay.
they're smart. They'll figure it out. I believe in them.
Yes.
As long as they don't burn things.
Right. But again, we should probably be okay with regard to burning things. Lots of things have been burned around here.
They love burning, apparently.
They do.
It
It's
seems
very
like their thing.
right. So anyway, we'll
To the
get in
front
line.
desk. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Are we behind anybody?
Let's find out. Roll me just roll me a flat D10.
Okay.
Did we pick a number?
So yeah, you are behind some people. There's probably like 5 people ahead of you in line.
Number 5.
Oh, jeez. Wazowski. All right. Well, it looks like we're
Moon Wazowski.
we're just stuck here in line. Man, I hate waiting.
I spy with my. Do I have eyes? Something that begins with D.
Oh. Is it dragon?
Uh huh.
Oh wow! I love this game.
Does Bo have eyes? Are they floaty? Like kind of. How
They're
does
not
that
really
work?
They
eyes.
stay in one spot.
They're kind of like. I have like lots of organelles just in my like slime self, and every now and then they kind of just constitute to like make things. So sometimes it looks like I'm looking at you with eyes, but otherwise I don't really know. I'm scared of slime. It's gonna.
So you have
kinda
no
here.
eyes.
I can see.
How do you know?
How do I know I can? Oh God, I'm blind. Am I blind?
You're not blind. No. It's
Fine. No, Bo, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
breathe.
A few people are
remember
like
the breathing
looking over
exercises.
towards you, like questioningly.
Okay. Wait, that's not really. I don't have lungs, do I? I'm not breathing.
Wait,
It's just
Bo.
about the
How many fingers am I holding up?
That depends. I mean, is that the same in humans and celestials? Is that two? You got two. You got a V.
Yes,
You're
it's
making a V.
two. Okay.
You're making a V.
You can see. You can see.
Okay.
We're good.
All right. What about the breathing thing? I have no.
I don't know.
It's just about the movement. It's targeted.
Everyone's looking at you now, by the way.
Focus.
Have we moved since we
Hi.
got in the doorway, or are we just standing here arguing
Yeah,
about
absolutely.
breathing?
The person in front has sort of cycled through. They look at you as they walk past, like, what is happening? There's a few people that are
Oh God, I
whispering,
can't
like,
breathe.
something wrong with them. I feel
God,
strange.
You can breathe. You can breathe.
He's good.
There's
He's
a
good.
strange aura about them.
I'd hyperventilate, but I can't breathe.
It's fine. Bo. We're good. We're
What?
good.
I can't hyperventilate. I can't breathe.
Okay, I have an idea really quickly,
What?
okay? Just imagine what a lung looks like. Can you do
Uh-huh.
that? Okay, and then just make one because you're Bo.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
But just become a giant lung and breathe.
But I'm a hat right now.
It's just about the focusing
Yeah,
on your
yeah,
body.
Yeah, and I'm
Just
sort of scooching
extend.
forward as we're moving up in line, like,
Okay. Be the lung.
And retract.
Be the lung.
Be the lung.
Retract.
All right.
Hi. He's just focusing. We're breathing exercises.
Hi.
Breathing exercises. Yep.
Yeah, the person in front of you looks to be like a sort of mean-looking older man, probably like in their late 60s, maybe something along those lines. Really big, bushy eyebrows. Something wrong with you?
Oh no, we're just learning breathing exercises. Sometimes you ever get air sick?
No.
No? Okay. Well, it happens, so we're just working through that. Yeah.
Are you wearing some kind of perfume, or is your hat alive?
Oh, he's not a hat.
I'm not?
No, he's a lung. Right now,
Oh.
at least.
Right. Yes. Good old O2 and other particulates in the air.
This guy's rubbing his eyes. He's looking at you really funny, and he says, I have something in my eye.
No.
What is-
No.
You have a... You sort of glowing.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Is that magic?
That's no. Yes.
It's a
little
good
bit.
skincare routine and jeans.
Yep. We're just
Wait a minute.
really here
I
on
know
on
you.
pleasure. Do you? Oh, you might. And I extend a hand. What's your name?
Weston.
Weston. Does Weston shake hands with me?
He's still staring at you like, I know you from somewhere. Are you a dragon rider?
No.
Oh, you would be such a cool dragon rider, though.
And I turn to Iris. Thank
so
you. And I like sparkle. I'll like, do you think I'd be a good dragon rider? Oh,
Wait a
you
minute.
stop it.
Wait a moment. Are you... You look like the savior.
I am. I just parked my airship a little bit ago. You know, we're just here for breakfast.
Go ahead and make insight and willpower.
An autograph will cost you breakfast.
Difficulty 12. Yeah. That's not funny. It's not funny to play a joke on an old man.
Do you know the Savior personally?
Is your hat talking?
Yes.
No, it's ventriloquism.
No, it's ventriloquism. See? It's just a little late.
Turns around, the next person leaves.
Look, what's his deal? My gosh.
I'm a talking hat.
I mean, you can be a talking anything, Bo.
I like being a talking hat.
Yeah.
Could be a talking anything, huh?
This is like the third person that doesn't believe me. I don't know what I have to do around here to tell people that I'm the freaking savior.
Does that normally happen? Do you not have a badge? I don't know, like a savior badge or something?
Well, I don't know. It just takes less convincing, you know?
Like, do they have newspapers? You know, maybe drawings of the savior?
Maybe. I don't know. There's a statue somewhere.
Maybe a savior look-alike party you could go to and come in third place?
You know, that probably would happen.
Yes, I'm here to. I have business in the city. Yes, I will be staying for 3 days. Thank you. The old man turns and sort of gives you the evil eye as he walks away.
Have a lovely night.
It's your turn next. Next.
Oh, it is us.
It's us. Okay. And we walk forward.
There's a crusty-looking man in the window, a little bit more disheveled, still wearing the uniform of the place here. You can see that there's, I think, so the technology here is different. There's not a lot of brass. There's not a lot of steam work here. You can see that there's quite clearly evidence of Emberstone technology here. A lot of it is just kind of like turned off in some of these places. The climate here is generally like, I imagine it's not super cold. I think it's probably fairly temperate here. The building itself is a little bit stuffy because of the people in here. It has that, DMV sort of smell / the, that body heat sort of situation happening. Not a lot of refreshing air coming through here.
It smells like
circulation.
Yeah.
And sadness.
Next.
That's us. Hello.
Hello. Manifest. Ship name.
SS Bad Luck, and we are currently in the 4B spot.
Very well. Are you doing any trading in town?
Nope.
Are you here for business or pleasure?
Oh, for pleasure.
Very well. Need you to fill out this form.
Oh, okay. Do we each fill one out or just one for the whole group?
One for each visa, please.
Oh, right. Got it. Okay. And I take like a little clipboard.
Hi, do I need a visa? I say from the hat.
They look at Moon, then sort of like look up. What is that?
Me.
This
Hi.
is a magical hat. Magical hat.
Why?
Well, it's one of those things I just picked up on my adventures. You know?
Don't you wish you had a
just fill
magical
one out.
hat?
We'll fill one out for him.
Yeah, we can fill out a form for my hat.
Is the hat sentient?
No one
Sort
sent
of.
me. I came by myself or with my friends.
The hat is sentient, yes. Should we fill out a form for our sentient?
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right, and I take an extra one.
And also, 2 of our companions, they are currently speaking with someone, but they also require visas. Should we send them here?
They'll have to fill out a form just like everyone else.
Separately. All right.
Is Greg a sentient? He doesn't really smell like much.
Greg is a whole person.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but
So,
you
Moon-
know,
There are specific identifiers for companions. Greg is considered a companion for you. There's probably part of your form that you fill out for Greg.
got it. Okay. Let's see on here. Yes.
Sex? Yes.
No, thank you.
Just
Ew.
kidding.
That's
I heard
funny.
someone tell that joke once.
Hilarious.
Oh,
What
you
joke?
heard that? Sorry. And I look at the companion form. Gender, and then I put shrub. Okay. Sorry, Greg. I have no idea. I think he's probably this, probably that. Oh, geez. And then I realize how very little I actually know about Greg.
I mean, if Greg's a shrub, he's got kind of both, right? That's how plants do things.
He's both, maybe. He's all. And I scribble it out and I put all.
All of the above.
Yeah, that works.
Plant, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's just a
Greg is
bunch of, like,
considered a
notations.
plant and a shrublet.
It's Greg, like plants or wind or insect pollinated.
I don't know. Maybe we should ask him later on.
All right,
He's also a cannibal.
that's true.
As are most of us.
You eat other moons.
If I find one, maybe I will. And then I look at you like. And then I go back to filling out my form.
I will finish mine very quickly, as I am adept at this sort of thing and bureaucracy, and I will help Bo with his.
Thank you. I was gonna ask / ignore mine.
Yes,
Do you have your own law book?
I would like
Law
one.
book.
Very well. And she points to like a little pamphlet stand, I guess. Laws of Millifax.
Thank you. Are there any sort of maps or anything?
There are different merchants throughout town. We have a general map, though, right there in that pamphlet. Welcome to Scaldmere.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will scoop up the maps and I'll scoop up
I
a couple
I
of
hand
law
in the
books.
form. And I
Anything
filled
to
out one for Bo
declare?
probably too.
Anything to declare? How long do you intend to stay?
Probably a couple days.
Let's say 3 to be safe.
3 days.
How many are we allowed to stay?
That depends on the visa. If you are thinking that you might be here for 3 days, the basic visa is for 1 week.
Okay, wonderful. Then that works perfectly. All right.
Be aware
thank
that
you.
if you run into any authorities, if your visa is expired, you will be fined quite heavily, as well as deported from Millifax immediately.
I look to
Understood.
the others because we don't have our 2 friends here to get their visas and they're roaming around. We should probably send them very quickly.
Yes.
Yes.
Does it cost money to get a visa?
Yes. Each
Okay.
visa costs 50s in it.
50s in it each. Okay, and I sort of get in my pocket like, okay. Clatter the change out there.
50 Zenit. Here you are.
I look at them expectantly. Thank you.
They take out a sort of passport-looking thing, and they just kind of stamp it. Dum, 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 dum. There's like 5 different stamps for each of you. Welcome to Scaldmere. Here's your 1-week visa.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thanks so much. And I think I don't know if we start walking, but at that point I am
The Empress
definitely like,
watches and the flames remember.
The flames remember. What do they remember?
Excuse me?
I said the flames remember.
Yeah.
okay, have a good day.
Yes, thank you very kindly. Let us get out of their hair and perhaps find.
And I
us-
start like
hold
kind of
on a
shuffling
moment.
forward.
I'm sorry. Hold on a moment. I'm sorry. This says your name is Moon.
Yes. Hello.
Excuse me for asking, but are you the Moon?
Oh,
in the
yes, she
sky.
is.
Oh,
The
Yes.
savior encapsulated in front of you.
A few people are like wide-eyed as shit, like looking around, like immediately, like that's Savior Moon, that's Savior Moon. I'm like, Savior Moon.
Yes. Yes. And you can hear my stomach go.
and she's hungry.
Yes, the savior is quite hungry, so we must
How's-
depart.
Right. Someone show us to your finest restaurant. And I say to that to the whole establishment.
Who
Everybody's
wants to watch
looking
a
around.
savior eat like an animal?
Everybody's looking around a bit wild-eyed, like that's a Savior, Savior Moon, Savior Moon. Who are they? Are they heroes?
Do we want to show the like? Do we want everyone to know you're hardcore? Is that like only a?
No, probably
Platter
not.
point.
Not just yet. Yeah,
Oh,
we'll,
yes,
we'll,
platter
we'll
point.
save that for later.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any intentions in Cinder Shroud?
To eat right now and then relax and do a little tourism.
General food inspection, really.
Apologies. I just need to fill out another form. If you could please just wait one moment.
Sure. Yes, of course. I step back.
She
My stomach
turns
goes,
around like in her chair and like starts to rush over to an office in the back.
Another form? Why would
Can I
ask
roll
about Cinder
insight?
Shroud?
Can I roll something?
Are you in trouble?
Because
Yeah, what are you
these
trying to
the
be? What are you
baddies.
trying to be insightful about?
my words echo, or the words that are echoing in my head are of Enders saying that there are people that don't necessarily like Moon. And so I'm wondering why there's this sudden form switch.
Sure. Make an insight. Difficulty
Insight.
is 12.
May I help?
Yeah, you can do a group check. Sure.
Okay. So I start group check. Insight and insight. And then for group check difficulty, do I put 12?
It is 10 for the group and 12 for you.
So 10 for group check, 12 for support check. I'm thinking. Okay.
10 for support, 12 for group. For
I'm not sure if I'm
you.
supporting, really. I'm just asking if you... Are you in trouble, Moon? Are these the baddies? Is it
don't know,
dungeon
Bo.
time?
I'm hoping not. Because I really would rather it be lunchtime.
Oh, yeah, but me too. I don't think dungeon cuisine will do me good.
Well, perhaps
Call
it
it.
is because you're very important. I rolled a
Maybe.
9 failure.
Okay.
I don't remember having to fill out 2 forms before.
Moon, you can finish up the check there.
Oh,
Okay. Yes. I think you think that like this place isn't nearly as bureaucracy heavy as Koga. But it's probably another minor annoyance at this point.
well, I guess we'll just have to wait here for a second. Oh,
And then
sorry.
we'll get you some grub. It's all right.
Yes. I'm just really hungry. I think that's just affecting how much I can think, you know?
Sorry about that. Yes, I just need you to fill out this form here. She hands over a form. This one has it has like a more detailed I guess it'd be like your intentions in Millifax in general. Like where you expect to go, like who you expect to talk to. Like there's a lot more information here. It's like if you've filled out tax forms before and they're like, oh, you did this one thing, we need you to fill out this separate form now. It's like one of
And
those.
I grab the form from them. Say thank you. I'll fill this out. And I look at it like, oh my god. I start filling it out very slowly.
Do they need to know where we're staying?
They
It will
want
be
to know
down. It will be there.
everything. They want to know absolutely everything.
You gonna tell them?
And I hesitate. And I start writing down
Well,
the names of anything that I can remember in Millifax from my previous trips here, but I do not intend to tell the truth on this form.
Okay.
So you're not saying
just before you finish filling this out, I do not know if the law is similar here, but investigators in the real world, if they do not clarify, or lawyers, if they do not clarify where they get their information, or whether, like basically legally clarify what they're doing, it could invalidate your investigation.
I know,
Okay.
but
as
I
long
also
as you know.
don't. I also don't know if it's a. And I almost hesitate because I don't want to talk about it in this office. But
There's
I do
probably
say-
like a tagline at the top, like, "So you're a hero," something along those lines, and it's like, we just need a little bit more information.
we will in fact do all of this. We will. These are our intentions. And we will do them. And I write down going to lunch, going to a market nearby, and we'll do all of that.
How do you feel about the Dragon Empress?
Apparently
and
she's warm.
I look at both Iris and Bo, and you guys see me blush a little bit. And I start like looking at this question like,
She's
I kind
hot.
of like I have
Literally.
the clipboard and I just kind of like hide it from everybody like
I am on your head.
right. Anyway, so maybe Bo can see what I'm writing, but I
What's
write
that
something
word
down.
mean?
Do you not like her?
Anyway, and then I look at the next question, which is something else about probably who are you traveling with and how many of your party will be attending with you. And I just
Are
start
there
filling
any
out the
other
rest of
heroes
it.
in your party?
They're gonna be able to tell.
By looking at us.
5. I put down 5.
Very well. The gist of it here is, are you trying, because you told me that you weren't trying to be truthful. Are you trying to be truthful on these forms, or is it a mix?
I'm telling the truth, but not all of it.
Okay.
But not the full truth. So she's not truthful,
Omitting.
but she's telling the truth.
Okay. So, I'm going to ask for a roll then. This will be insight and willpower. And I'm going to say the difficulty is going to be 12 then.
If we are helping her with her form answers, may I assist?
Sure.
I'm oblivious.
Oh, never mind. You don't need my assistance. You're good.
Okay. Yeah. You sort of are, I guess, we're not doing a group check there, I guess, but the gist of it here is that Moon, you think you navigate this form pretty well. You're not really telling a lie, but you're also not telling the whole truth. Okay.
And I sign it. Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Yes, of course.
It's nice to meet you, Savior Moon.
And you. And I extend a hand, kind of like not even thinking about it.
Yeah, they look at that hand like,
Got it. Right. Of course.
it's like a
well-
really shitty handshake.
Right. Good to meet you. We'll be on our way. If there's anything, unless there's anything else you need.
Those are all the forms that are required for entry.
Wonderful. Okay. Thank you. And
one
Do you have any
thing-
recommendation?
One thing I will just suggest to you, be very careful of your visa. It only allows the week. If you wish to stay longer, please make sure to have it updated before
of course.
the due date.
Question.
Yes.
What if we're held against our will somewhere for longer than the due date? Is it our fault or their fault?
Well, I suppose it would be dependent on the situation.
Okay. Question.
My stomach goes.
We're hungry.
That's not a question.
What's your favorite establishment to eat at?
I bring lunch from home.
Where's your home?
I'm not telling you.
How are we
I
gonna
start
get
making
go.
my way out, and Bo
Bye.
is still talking. I gotta go, guys.
What's your favorite color? Hey, what? I was talking.
Meanwhile, Rue and Enders, you are looking for the Gafran family ship. You know what it looks like. It's not that hard. It is waiting at probably its slip. You can see the crew is sort of mooring the ship, etc.
Oh, there it is. Okay, here's the plan. We go talk to Gafran and find out what we need to do to get settled into these quarters and then go from there. At least
Right.
that's what I think we should do. Let's try to keep a low profile.
I'll try my best. My tail flicks behind me, but I'll follow your lead.
All right. I walk toward the ship and look for Gafran.
Sure. It probably takes a few minutes of like just waiting for them to, grab shit and disembark and stuff. And of course, Gafran, as one of those situations where there's like 800 bags, of all the luggage and shit that he's got. So he's got a few of the, there's obviously some servants aboard the ship, as well as you can see the mercenaries that you fought with disembarking as well, sort of working as guards for Gafran. Oh, good. You're here already.
There we are.
Excellent.
A wonderful place. I assume with all the security around that you guys have your own regulations.
Of course.
Right.
You'll have to speak with the harbor master to get your visa. You won't be able to get far if you don't have one.
Great. I was thinking that you can come with us so we can speed up the process.
Me? Speak with the harbor master?
Is that you don't speak to normal?
Why
workers?
would I? I have my servants do it.
Well, service might not be there all the time.
Why
Just have to-
wouldn't they be?
You know, the world changes. It was a big war that happened, right? And I smile and wink. And I turn around and I said, which way? That way? Where do we meet you afterward?
Oh, yes, I did say you could stay at the family estate. Very well. We'll secure some transportation. It's not far, mind you, but we've got a lot of bags.
Sure.
I'll secure transportation. Where are the others?
They went off to get food, apparently. That's all I know. I thought it was more important to come see you and make sure we have accommodation so that when they're nice and full, they have somewhere to go. And this is not the most... I've never been here before.
Do you think that you could possibly spare one of your employees?
One of my
The
servants.
sooner we get through the things that we need to, we can start talking business.
Oh, yes. Very well. Let's see. Who can I spare? Anissa? Anissa? Yes, Master Gafran? They're going to need your assistance. They need to get set up with visas with the harbor master, and we'll be securing transportation back to the estate. Very well. You want me to go with them? Yes. Yes. If you could speed up the process, I don't want this to take all night.
Neither do I.
Very well, Master Gafran. All right. Yes, we'll be securing transport. We'll wait for you before we leave. Does that sound
Sounds
good?
Yes.
Usually, we can secure transportation. Yes, there. Do you see the building over there?
Right over there, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we'll meet you over there.
Okay. All right, easy enough.
We'll get out of
Anissa.
your hair now.
If only that were true. Come on, bring those bags. Let's go. We don't have all night. I want to get home before it gets dark.
Anissa, was it?
Yes.
Ah, yes. Thank you so much for helping us. We appreciate it.
Whatever Master Gafran asks.
Oh. Absolutely. Visas. That was on the list. That's what we got to get first, right?
Yes, the harbor master is just this way. I'm sure you passed it on your way down the tower.
Probably. Okay, and I'll follow Anissa.
As we're walking, I'd like to try to get a read on Anissa. Do they seem like a very confident person? What is their general vibe?
Yeah. Insight. Difficulty 10.
Okay. 13.
I think the general vibe is they don't really want to let Lord Gafran down. It's more along the lines of like, hey, this is their job. They look like they care about their job and they don't want to fuck up.
As we're walking, I'll stride alongside this person. So, have you been working for Master Gafran for long?
2 years now.
2 years. Oh, he must like you, and leaving you in the company of some folks that have very important business with him.
Why do you say that?
I shouldn't speak on the details of our arrangement, but you seem to be doing well for yourself.
It's not bad as far as jobs go. Scaldmere is a lot nicer than some of the other places in Milofax, that's for sure.
Oh? What's wrong with the other places in Milofax?
Well, it's not like Infernia or anything. Infernia can be difficult to visit or live in.
Is that by the...
What?
volcano?
Oh, no. Infernia's, it's much further inland. It's, well, it's a very, it can be a very hostile area. Dangerous to live there, honestly.
Oh.
Okay. Well, looks like we're coming up on the place, yeah?
Oh, yes. All right. Let's see. Arrivals, airships. This way.
Okay. I'll follow.
Yeah, she begins to wait in line. There's a few people ahead of you.
As we're in line, my tail is swishing impatiently behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So, Master Gafran, we'd like to have a long-term sort of business with them. Any suggestions you might have to help move things smoothly?
Well, just like any business partnership, as long as you have something that each other wants, I imagine that you can continue to work together. The Gafran merchant family is fairly well known throughout Millifax. They have holdings here in Scaldmere, as well as Cindershroud, and on the eastern side of the country as well, in Vermisia and Khartoum.
Oh, a very powerful family indeed.
Oh, yes.
They spend much time with the Empress?
The Empress? Well, not specifically, no. At least not that I'm aware of.
I look a little disappointed.
You know, I've seen the Empress once. And I was walking in that party area, or whatever there was, celebration. There, seems like they're pretty serious to say. At this like elegant, ferocious look.
Well, as they say, the dragon's roar is both mercy and judgment.
Yeah, I can understand. How does the Empress treat people? Just curious.
The Empress is, of course, very fair and just.
I read their eyes. Of course. Love to meet them one day.
Well,
Like actually meet.
one scale of the Empress is worth more than 1,000 crowns.
And I just keep smiling at Anissa. And then looking at her.
As we're waiting in line, I'd like to look around.
What are you looking for?
Yes, essentially, I'd like to try to get a gauge for the technology level of this place. Perhaps try to figure out, like, what might potentially power some of the things around here. Is it heavily magical? Is it more technological?
Yeah, so, I think you get the idea, like, there's not, like, you don't see computers and stuff around or anything along those lines. There are some, there are probably some things that look kind of technologically advanced around town. I think you might see a few, monitors here and there, like through the, like the equivalent of like LED kind of screens around some of the places. But it's quite clear that a lot of the infrastructure around town is reliant, I think, on Emberstone and it's powered down. So, like, there is a smell of fossil fuels burning and stuff like that here now. You can smell, I think there's probably, like, geothermal, gas that's run through town periodically. So when you go into buildings, it's comfortable. It's generally like kind of comfortable temperature. It's a little bit stuffy inside here. This is kind of like an office building for all intents and purposes. So it's stuffy, but yeah, it's different than Clatterpoint. Clatterpoint had a lot of sort of a steampunk kind of feel to it. This place, I think, has more of a magical feel.
So there's evidence of machinery that potentially processed Emberstone, and those are defunct now?
Yeah.
They seem to be turned off? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll casually point towards one. Oh, what is that? Why is it off?
Oh. Well, that's an Emberstone pipeline. It sends processed Emberstone throughout the city, or at least it did. That's why it's so quiet and, well, unimpressive.
I see. With the recent events, it makes sense. Try to get a read on this person as I bring up the subject of Emberstone. Do they like lower their voice? Do they seem to be hesitant to talk about it out loud?
I think that they seem a little upset about the lack of Emberstone in general around town.
Has it been a major inconvenience?
Of course. Most of our society is powered by Emberstone.
Oh.
So for you, it's like going back to the primitive.
Yes. Frankly, many of the innovations around town are normally powered by Emberstone. From what I understand, we're very reliant right now on a lot of the geothermal gases that emanate from the active volcano here.
How does that affect society? Is it like toxic, or do you guys have ways of making it livable?
Well, it's not exactly my specialty, but from what I understand, they've been trying to sell it as safe.
So a fuel source that can power up the technology as good as Emberstone seems like it'd be a very valuable commodity for artifacts in general.
Of course.
It's good to know.
Looks like we're next.
Yeah, it's a probably a man. You can see this person is human, dark hair, uniform, arrival or departure.
I look at Anissa. I don't know if Anissa's going to answer for us.
Yes. We are attending on behalf of House Gafran. Oh, House Gafran. Marker, please. She looks towards you.
I flash it.
May I?
Sure. I hand it over.
Yeah. They look at it. They get out like a loop.
Wow.
All
That's
right.
serious, huh?
Marker checks out. Here you are.
Thank you.
And how many visas do you need? She
2.
looks towards you. Just the 2?
Yes. I'm sure our other members have already done what they needed to do, hopefully. And if not, we'll come back.
2 visas. And how long do you plan on staying?
Oof. That's a good question. Depends on Gafran.
The
I'd
basic
say-
visas last for a week.
What about the Gafran visas?
It's not going to change the visa at all.
Oh, and there you go, a week.
A week. All right. Let's see if we can expedite this a bit for you. All right. Anything pertinent that we need to know? Do you need to know the laws of the area?
And I look at Rue. Probably a good idea.
Pamphlets there. There's general maps of Scaldmere here.
Very good.
All right. And are you here for business or pleasure?
Good if I said both.
That's fine. Business,
Okay.
pleasure. All right. And you're working for House Gafran?
Not working. A special guest.
All right, VIPs. Okay. All right. They're filling out the paperwork like for you basically, and they're just kind of like going through it quickly. Okay.
Oh, we didn't
Take
say
one
which Gafran. I don't think that matters, does it?
It doesn't matter.
Very good.
I take one of the pamphlets. I subtly open my inventory and just throw it in there without reading it.
Sure. All right, here you are. Week-long visas.
Thank you.
Enjoy your time in Millifax. And have a good day.
You too. That was easy. Thank you, Anissa. And I will flick Anissa a Zenit.
Oh, you don't have to.
I concur. And I will push it back into her hand.
All right. Takes it. All right. Well, we should get going. You don't want to see Master Gafran angry. We should get back to the estate by this evening. Do you know where your friends are?
We do not. They went to go eat something. So I have no idea. What's the most popular establishment? I'm pretty sure they would be making a ruckus there.
Okay. Do you know what they like to eat? Or
One likes meat a lot. Like a lot.
Okay. Well, there's street food and then there's a restaurant. Do you think which type do you think they are?
Probably a restaurant. Wherever they get the most food possible. I don't know where it goes. She's quite fit, but she eats like a dragon.
Oh, we don't eat dragon here. No, maybe
No. She eats like a dragon would eat a lot, you know? So would she not actually eat dragon? I don't know. She might actually. She likes exotic meats. There you go.
Exotic meats.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, let's see.
Yeah, the last thing she ate was purple. In a bladder.
Okay. Exotic meats. Well, there's a place I know that sells smoked basilisk ribs.
That sounds like a style. Yeah.
How about we head back, get settled, and we can go about our own business to find our companions.
Oh yeah, the transportation. Yeah, we should probably secure that. What we can do is this. I'm pretty sure they left all their stuff on this ship. We can go grab it, check on Gafran. I mean, with all the bags he had, he'd probably be there for I don't know, a few more hours. And then we can we can take the transportation.
I can leave a note with Greg in case they head back to the ship. They'll know where to find us.
Very well. Do you need some assistance? I can follow you and help you with any bags.
You know what? Yeah, why not?
Very well.
We're new here. We don't know what's going on. Keep us out of trouble. Thank you. And we'll just proceed to follow with Anissa and go to the transportation. And then, Rue, did you say you wanted to head to the Gafran place now, or you want to meet up with the others and then go?
Well, he's waiting for us.
That's true. We don't want him waiting. Right.
No.
Reminder.
By the time we get to the ship, I'll catch up with Greg and just essentially leave a note of where to find us and what direction we went and where everyone's stuff has gone.
Okay.
As we essentially buddy up with Gafran and their transport.
Sure enough. Yeah, Greg will probably be like,
I give Greg 5 Zenit. Pat. And I leave.
Greg, so it seems that you understand us and we having problems understanding you. I mean, you haven't really... Yeah, or everyone, I see. I don't think anyone's ever asked you this. Do you have a method of teaching us your communication so that we can, like, I don't know, stop assuming what you're saying? And pretty sure it's upsetting you.
Greg scratches underneath his leaves. Walks over to a find like a something to write with and a piece of paper. Starts writing down on the piece of paper something. It looks like a diagram.
You had that on Monday.
Yeah, no. He writes like a very crude looking drawing down, and it's quite clearly Greg trying to teach Moon. and you can see Moon with question marks over her head.
Okay, we're not Moon. So let's start with this. Yes and no. What is yes? Okay. I make notes.
Abavator.
Abavator. Okay. All right. And what is no?
Domiat.
Avatar.
Okay. All right. There we go. We know yes and no. Very good.
We can't hear you if you're speaking right now.
Muted.
You somehow muted yourself.
I will essentially pat Greg on the head.
Swats at your hand immediately.
Swat back. Start play fighting with Greg.
Right. The sound of the dragon's roar made me not be able to hear for a while. Okay. Are we ready?
I think as ready as we will be.
Anissa has like a bunch of bags. Yes, I think I'm ready. I think I've got everything.
Let me help you. I'll help Anissa with some of the bags. And, right. Where's the transportation? Is that it over there?
The transportation is the building over there. That's where Master Gafran told you to meet.
Oh, yes. Now,
are we trying to find your friends first, or?
No. We left a note, or Rue left a note, with our companion, and we're going to get settled in because we didn't want your friend to, well, wait, as you so said. So we want to make sure that you're not in trouble. And once we settle in, we'll either go find them or they'll find us.
All right. Very well. So, let's go prepare the bags for transport. Hopefully your friends don't take too long.
Hopefully.
Meanwhile, at Scales and Sizzle, a grill house where there's sort of large flambe-like style dishes. You can see various colored flames cascading throughout this place. We find Moon, Bo, and Iris sat down.
Yes, and I would love some extra greens to take with me. I want to blend something for Greg so he maybe likes us better.
Oh, right, yeah. That's a good idea.
There are not a lot of greens here. We do have one green dish. There is a very hearty root vegetable that is green. That we use quite often, but this is mostly a grill house.
Of course. I for sure will be joining in the festivities of the meat, but perhaps I'll take some of those root veggies to go.
All right. How do you want them prepared? We can serve this like a salad. We can serve it grilled. We can serve it
Raw salad.
Yeah, he loves raw.
He loves it raw.
Okay.
He loves it raw.
Raw.
Raw root.
All right. Raw it is. Do you want this separate? You want this bagged?
Yes, please. If you could put it in a to-go container of a sort, or
All
bag
right.
it, whatever it
That's
is.
fine. We can prepare it in a bag for you. Okay, so we have 2 orders of basilisk bites. One order of smoked basilisk ribs. We have again, I'm not quite sure why you just wanted an extra chair. Is someone else joining you, or
Maybe.
All right.
Yes.
Yes. We
Just scooch it over there.
right. As far as any drinks, do you want some of the fruit juice? Do you want some wine? Do you want some of the stronger liquors that we have available?
Do you
What
have
would
any
you like?
fruity strong liquors? Like
Oh.
like a cocktail?
I don't have
Oh.
a tongue.
Oh yes, of course. We have. There are
Anything frozen? It's hot here.
well, there's prickly cactus fruit.
Oh, I like anything prickly.
Oh yes, it's got a little kick to it.
I'll take that.
I'm not sure I can deal with pricks. Or membraney.
I will deal with the pricks. I will have one as well.
All right. Okay. So, prickly cactus. Do you want the juice, or do you want? You said you wanted liquor.
Yes, we need a drink.
Okay,
Yes.
How strong do you want?
Yes.
Ooh. Yes.
Okay, strong stuff. No problem.
Did you got the basilisk bites right with the
Yes, the 2
With the
orders of
sauce.
basilisk bites as well as
Yeah.
the smoked basilisk ribs.
yeah. Okay,
And the
okay, great.
purple-
Just checking.
Okay. We'll be right
Thanks.
back.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. And my
it smells
nostrils
so
get like comically large. Like it smells so good in here.
What's a basilisk look like?
Big noodle.
Oh. You know, I wonder if it tastes like noodle.
With teeth.
Tooth
Pretty
noodle.
good. It's good.
Tooth noodle.
yummy.
Tooth noodle.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Ah,
Does it do the thing where like it makes people go to stone, or what kind of? I don't know. I've never experienced a basilisk before.
Well, I mean, it might do that when it's alive, but when they cook it, I don't think it has that same.
well, it'll still be sizzling.
Oh yes. Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Big noodle.
Yeah.
So,
Big noodle. Yes.
It was quite awkward in that office, was it not?
What do you mean?
There was
Oh, it was so awkward.
there was a big change in energy, was it not?
Yes. Yes. But I couldn't figure it out. It just felt like they're trying to throw more stuff at us, you know?
You mean the paperwork?
Yeah.
Oh. Extra homework's never good, I suppose.
I just don't know what's going on, but something just can't put my finger on it. And you see me kind of nervously look around like, is anyone else looking at us right now?
And specifically, I would like to look for people that we may have seen at the office who might have followed us.
I'd
I'm
like to
especially
assist.
paranoid about that too. Because of, but also
check?
because of hunger.
Yeah.
Group check, whichever one of you wants to lead. This
I
is
want to
gonna be
assist by giving Moon slime binoculars again.
this will be inside.
And the difficulty?
Difficulty is gonna be 12.
Thank you, my lord and savior GM. It is in chat. Ooh,
Uh-oh.
that is a 5. You maybe should have led that one.
Okay. Yeah, so I think there's this is like the dinner crowd. Like it's proper dinner time. This place is pretty packed. It seems like a very popular place, which is why I think he went here. This is like, I think the general mentality is like, oh, if the place is really popular, it probably has good food. And yeah, there's like these multicolored fires. I think it's something in like a cross between like a Benihana and like a just a general grill house, right? So there's
Do
like
we have our own personal Benny?
so you're sat at probably one of those like big grill table kind of things. And there's a big like fire pit, and you can see they add like different rocks into the fire, and there's an alchemical reaction, so like the fire changes color when they put like different meats on. It looks like they switch up the rocks, like change the colors of the fire or make like little explosions and stuff happen. And yeah, there's somebody serving up. There's probably like a kid nearby that's just kind of like staring at Moon. And obviously Bo as well.
Hi.
Staring back.
There's like one snot bubble that's just like slowly pulsating.
Hey, you
I
want to
mimic
see
the bubble.
something cool? It's literally same brain cell. I was like, watch this.
The bubble just grows and grows and grows and grows, and then looks like the kid's face, and then pops.
Wow.
Man, whose kid is this?
Yeah, there's like two parents that are just like next to them. They're talking. They're in their own conversation. They're not paying attention.
Oh, I see. I just start looking at this kid and start making faces.
Wait, how did you do that? Add a character. I'm breaking character. What? You can move one eye without the other. What?
I can do it too.
Like an abacus.
But her eye was staring straight at me, or at the camera, as the other one moved. All right, back to Bo.
Wow, I don't know if I can do it from center. I can do it from the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it from center. That's a good one.
A woman of many talents.
Yeah, so the kid is like
making faces.
Yeah, the kid is just staring, blatantly staring. There's like there's a half a brain cell there maybe.
Yeah.
Just like real slack jawed. Occasionally they'll like look at Bo and they'll look at you. Is your hat alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Bo.
Hi, I'm
That's
Bo.
hot.
How old are you?
I'm 10.
10. Hang on a second. This is my hat, and I take off Bo.
And the helmet, or just Bo?
Just Bo.
Okay. Whoa.
And I kind of set him down on the table. But yeah, this is Bo.
The kid just immediately tries to poke Bo.
Ah. I think.
It moved. It moved when I touched it.
Yeah.
It's living.
Yeah, this is our friend.
Where did you get it?
Well, he's our friend, and we found him. You know.
It's my
Outside.
mother.
Yeah.
He's slimy.
Yeah. Is this a humanoid child
It's
or
a human. Yeah, it's a
Okay,
human.
human.
Yeah, a human
it.
boy.
I can
Alright.
tell by the lack of intelligence.
I kind of just sit there and twiddle my thumbs. Not really sure what else to do. Moon's not great with or I'm not great with kids, so I just kind of look
I
over and
asked
like,
my
"Yeah, hey."
parents. I asked my parents to come here tonight.
Oh yeah? Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool, buddy. You like meat?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, wait, we have something in common. Whooshing! Wait, you like meat? What's your favorite meat?
Well, I like the ribs, and I like I like the crispy bat wings.
They have bat wings?
Bat wings.
Yeah. And
Should get some bat wings.
I like the green sauce, and I like the blue sauce.
Oh.
Oh.
Sauce.
Yeah, and sometimes I mix them together,
Oh.
and I dip everything into it.
That's such a good idea. I'm gonna do that this time.
We should probably get some things to go for our friends as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna be showing up.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe they don't know where we. Well.
You know magic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Question, is magic legal here?
You've
Flip through
probably
a book.
you've definitely seen people using magic around the place. Yeah. I don't know if you know that means it's legal, but there you got a little pamphlet. You got a little law pamphlet. Have you thumbed through it? Have you looked at it at all?
I will.
I haven't.
I will definitely look for this sort of thing.
Yeah. Give me insight. Difficulty is 8.
Whoa! Oh, the highest crit you can
Two
get.
tens?
The most
Holy crap.
unnecessary crit possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
what
was
kind
a
of opportunity
librarian
would you
in my
like?
real life. This is my duty
What
to
kind of
educate.
what kind of opportunity would you like?
Ooh, let us see. Do. Opportunity.
Do we decimal the heck out of that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unmask the child. What are you doing? Why are you here? Who
sent you?
Let us see. Lost item, information. Ooh. Or I could add a bond with Moon. Cool, but we need info.
From a kid? Oh, from the book.
From the book.
Oh, okay.
From the book. I'll choose the bond. I'll choose the bond, yes.
Yay!
We're having such a nice time.
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Let's see. I will add a bond with Moon.
So you can add an emotion to one of your existing bonds, or you can create a bond towards someone or something.
Yes, I will add a bond of affection towards Moon.
Yay.
Okay,
Perfect.
Friendship.
fair enough.
I look like Elle
As far
in
as
Death Note right now.
yeah, as far as the rules, yeah, magic is allowed. There's general rules, kind of like about general behavior. I think about most things that you would expect. You know, sort of like, you know, behave and, you know, don't rock the boat kind of things. There's specific rules about like same way you would interact with people if you had you know, if you had any sort of weapon or anything, right? It's like, yes, you know, magic is allowed, but if you are to use magic on anyone, you must have their consent, or you know, if there's any sort of confrontation that happens, you know, that is clearly illegal. Like, you can see that there's rules like, yeah, don't kill people, don't steal things, those kinds of general kind of normal civilization rules. There's also rules about the Dragon Riders and the Empress, as well as the Malefaxian military and the police. The police are called the Embered Claw.
It is allowed, I think. And I absorb all of this information like a sponge. What could I do? Now, specifically, it mentioned weapons. We are not allowed to have weapons out at all. Or in like a threatening manner.
Yeah, so weapons are not allowed to be drawn in town. I think there's some laws about like defending yourself, but in any sort of confrontation with the military or like law enforcement, the Embered Claw, you must not draw a weapon at all. Otherwise, you will be arrested immediately.
Now, out of curiosity, as a magic user in particular, am I able to do any sort of magic at all without my staff?
I think that's up to you entirely. I think you're able to. It's just about how you see yourself casting spells and things.
Yes, I think it is sort of akin to how I would do a ritual. I don't necessarily need the staff. And this is not an offensive spell or anything like that, but playing with the essence of my soul, so to speak. So I'll kind of turn towards the kid, and I will wave a hand over my chest and pull out one of the motes that you've seen previously, that pale, light purple color. The essence of my soul, so to speak. What I use for most of my craft and whatnot. And I'll kind of just like throw it up and down in the air.
What kind of magic would you associate that with for you?
Spiritism, for sure.
What do you associate spiritual magic to be like? What do you think it looks like? What color do you think it sort of flows out of you as?
Well,
what emotions do you tie to it?
Well, spiritism in general is all about emotions. It is about the essence of a person. I think that it is quite a bright and beautiful affair. But a skilled spiritist would probably be able to mute their power or kind of pull on a small amount of it. I'm not trying to make like an entire magic show for the entire place, so I'm pulling on a small amount of my magic. But my hand begins to glow as the orb begins to kind of pull out of the center of my mass. And it's just this very beautiful luminescent, fluctuating in color even. I think that at first it starts that light lavender that I mentioned previously, but then it starts to kind of sort of match like the essence of my staff, where it's that opalescent kind of color where it refracts all different sorts of light and whatnot. So it's just really pretty and very delicate and intricate, I would say the art is. I think it's very, for spiritism, I think it is a very calculated and very sort of regal affair in terms of the intricacy of the spells.
Okay. Yeah, so this kid is just like, wow. How do you do that?
I just can.
That's hot.
You are 10-ish.
Yeah.
You don't know what hot is.
Yeah,
Oh,
I do.
maybe he just means like, you know, and I lean in like, it's cool.
Oh.
No,
Oh, because we are in a place with dragons.
Yeah.
Maybe that means that it's cool means the opposite, no?
Cool is
Right,
bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, thank you, young child.
Anyway, yeah, that's hot.
Ask your mom and dad to learn magic one day, and I will go ahead and take the orb
Mom,
and
Dad,
pull it
can you
back
teach
into
me
myself.
magic? Mom, Dad, can you teach me magic?
Oh my gosh.
Dad, Mom, can you teach me
Now you
magic?
leave us alone. Excellent.
They know magic.
hope.
Can you teach me magic?
Oh, I'm sitting right next to him.
Just move closer. Move closer. Come here.
And I kind of scooch away from this odd child.
Yeah, you're sitting in like one of those tall stool chairs that are horrific to sit in, that are never ever comfortable. You know,
God.
those ones where you have to like balance your fucking heels on like the little crossbar thing, and you're like, you can't like lean right. You know, like it's set up high because of the grill is high. You know, because the person standing behind and they're making this making the food and whatnot.
Can I canonically have my feet just touch the ground while I'm sitting? Because I'm
Yeah,
tall.
you're tall. You're Celestian. Yeah.
Cool.
I wiggle my tiny
Everyone
little
else is
feetsies.
uncomfortable.
I'm on the
Iris
table.
is like kicking her feet.
Me.
Me.
So yeah,
What do
the
you think
food
the
the
others
food
are?
is being prepped, and yeah, you can see that there's like some different colored flames. Like they throw the ribs in, and they're like meat, like this is like anime food. You know, like the ribs are gigantic.
I have like just like drool going like. "Ah."
And while we're eating, I'm ordering food to go for our friends as well.
Sure.
What does the basilisk meat look like?
Yeah, I imagine that it's probably like got a. It's it's probably like what you would expect, like with most meats. It's definitely like a, it's a reddish color. It's not. It doesn't look like beef. It doesn't really look like pork. But if you've ever seen like snake meat, it's probably close to that.
Right.
So like stringy kind of.
Well, this is a
Noodly.
basilisk. This is a lizard creature. So it's definitely like thick pieces of like the ribs are huge. So it's
Just a
as
scene
it's,
of all of us slurping it off the bone.
yeah, as it's cooking, it's like it's pink when it's raw, and as it cooks, it gets brown.
Are we eating it yet? Are we eating
Oh
it
yeah,
now?
yeah.
Okay, great.
Any bones can go this way, I think.
I just kind of start tearing off the ribs like, oh my god, look at it, it's juicy, and it's like this dripping hunk of like something that doesn't look like very meaty, but it looks like it's charred.
Huh.
Oh my god, you guys gotta try the blue sauce too.
Yeah,
What's the blue sauce made of?
So there's 5 different sauces at the table. You can see, they're like a sort of a rainbow of colors here. They're labeled differently. Like one is like hot, then like one is mild. The blue sauce is mild. The green sauce is mild. And then there's like a yellow sauce that's like super hot. And then there's a red sauce that's hot. And then there's a probably like a an orange colored sauce that's kind of like medium.
I can't tell where the blue sauce starts and I begin.
Don't worry about it, Bo. Just let it happen.
And this drink, it does such a good job of neutralizing the flavors before the next one.
drink. And I grab mine and I cheers, everybody. Clink.
The liquor is
Pseudopod.
With my pseudopod.
the liquor is strong stuff. Yeah, this is like strong stuff. It's very sweet and very strong.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, that's good. Tastes like juice.
It's one of those really, you can tell already, it's like one of those
Juice.
really ultra dangerous drinks where it's like, oh, this is really sweet. I can drink plenty of it. And you can tell like, if you finish like one of these, you're probably going to be good.
My favorite.
Well, I just start ripping off more of the basilisk and
Oh yeah, you guys are taking your sweet time. You're just digging in. Meanwhile, back at the transport, you're sitting there waiting forever. Like you could tell it's probably gonna get dark soon. You're just waiting on the rest of the group, and they're nowhere to be seen. Do you know how much longer this is going to be? I wanted to get home before it turned dark.
Yeah, I apologize for it. They said they were really hungry, and I didn't think it was going to take this long. So, we don't want to be an inconvenience. Maybe we should just head to the head to your estate. Do you happen to have any food there for us if we wanted to eat there?
I'm sure we can round something up.
Awesome. Okay. Well, Yeah, let's just get going. They can find their way. We left a note,
Finally.
so yeah, sorry to inconvenience. And I look at Rue.
I shrug.
So,
What type of transportation is this?
a wonderful question. Yeah, so there's several different kinds of transportation. You can see that they have these sort of large, like lizard creatures that are bipedal, and they have like little T-Rex arms, kind of. Yeah, they have sort of iguana-like faces, and yeah, they're about the size of a horse. That you see people riding around on those like horses. You see that there's like some carriages that people are being driven around by, like that. And then there's some that are a little bit higher tech. You have some that are that look like they're something like a cross between a car and a I guess like a, wouldn't be like a tank or anything, but it would be like a car and a bus almost, something in between there. It's got 6 wheels, and it would be like you can see that like it's quite clearly like a step up in technology from what you would normally see around town. You're seeing little bits and pieces of like higher technology in this place. It's sort of got like a what looks to be like a magical sort of engine to it. Not a combustion engine. It's probably something to the rear of the vehicle. And you can see all these different colored lights and motes of floating magic moving between. Some of them also clearly are using Emberstone. Gafran is getting set up inside one of these higher tech vehicles.
Oh, yeah, we're following.
That is
the
run
plan.
by Emberstone.
Yep.
Okay. My tail swishes curiously behind me. Just following Gafran.
Yeah, I'm following a friend too. I'm gonna get in. So the door opens, he gets in. I'm getting in with him.
Yep. Yeah, it's probably about the size of like a party van kind of situation inside there. So a lot of room. There's a lot of seats. There's a driver in the front. That
Is there a stripper pole?
no stripper pole.
Okay, sorry.
No stripper pole. But yeah, it's comfy. It's comfy. It looks nice. It looks nice. Probably some
Sort of
nice
spread out a little bit on the inside.
some nice like leather
Get
chairs.
comfy.
Wow. So you travel like this all the time?
Of course.
Hey?
I don't want to ride an Ignodon.
Too bumpy? Too lumpy?
All of the above.
Oh. So, when we went to get our visas, they seemed very, their eyes lit up when your name was said, or your family name, that is.
Your point?
Oh, it's just good to see how well respected you are. Does your family take care of the people here? A good bit?
I suppose.
What about you?
What do you mean? Do I take care of the people?
Yeah, well, you tend to put out like a hard exterior, but I do say that Anissa is quite fond of you. It was surprising.
He looks over to Anissa, who's like bright red, and probably like in the back. He looks over his shoulder towards her, and she immediately tries to look out the window.
Nothing but good things said.
Yes, absolutely. Believe me, we tried.
Oh, well, like all merchants, our work is crucial to the economy of this place.
I do a slight smile and I look at Rue, and I'm sending the vibes like your friend may not be as bad as we labeled them. You know, just being off the way that I'm reading how he takes care of his servants. So I kind of loosening up my defenses a little bit towards Gafran, but not fully.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the way I was talking to Gafran on the ship, since I did threaten him at Arrow Point, is a bit different now. It's a little bit more respectful towards them, but not below them. I'm not going to seem like I'm kissing a boot or anything of that nature. So, we've noticed something. Rue pointed out the fact that, the touchy subject, the matter of Emberstone.
Oh,
It's quite lacking here, and everyone's using geothermal energy. So finding an energy source that can complement the two or even work as good as Emberstone seems like a very good market to be in.
of course, the most lucrative market. Well, at least it was.
Well, that's Emberstone. But what if we could, I don't know, discover something better? How would you like to be the first contact if we do? I'd definitely put the Gafran on the map, not only for Millifax, but
We are
maybe even
heroes after all.
Well, if you find something more lucrative than Emberstone, of course we'd be interested.
would you like to be the first to know is the question. There's a whole committee and council and everything, but what if we...
How much?
But we would have to find it first.
Yes.
But I would
So
like
you
to
don't
secure...
know anything.
I didn't say that. Maybe we can secure a line of trust. We're already scratching each other's back. Why not? Well, do a bit more.
Well, that depends. You need to come to us with a proposal, and from there we'll move forward as necessary.
Oh, but how do you make the deal better for us to come to you first? So many nations, so many leaders.
Right now, you're coming at me with a sort of broad proposal, something better than Emberstone. I need some sort of proof that it exists first before I can begin to present it to anyone else. But if you find something that is more useful than Emberstone, good luck, then of course we would want some contact with you in regards to it. It'd be revolutionary, to say the least.
It would. Great. So since you're so high tech and you have all these wonderful things, I'm pretty sure you have something that we can use as a contact source that can stretch across distance?
You mean a communication scroll?
Shh. You got it.
Of course we have communication scrolls.
Great. You should fund us. You should give us communication scrolls, so when we do find something, and let's say better, there's different ways to say the word better here. Safer is a good word.
Look, we already have an agreement, and of course I will stick to our current agreement. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to give you free communication scrolls. You can buy them the same as everyone else. They cost 100 zenit each inside.
You can discount it because it'll be in your favor. We're not using it for, I don't know, sport. We're using it to communicate with you if we find something.
Regardless,
first.
that is not part of our original deal.
Okay, well, I did put it out there.
If you wish to present something reasonably interesting, and again, you must understand, many people have tried to find something more useful than Emberstone, the bridge between magic and technology. It is a precious resource, and if you have Emberstone these days, well, as long as you're not caught by the consortium, it's extremely valuable. If you find something better than Emberstone, work up a proposal, and then we can talk.
I lean in and pull Rue closer. Go ahead.
As you're speaking with Gafran, I open my quest log to see if it's updated with anything.
Like if you got a new quest for finding something more lucrative than Emberstone.
Well, that and also our current quest of trying to track down the missing Emberstone shipment.
Well, finding the lost Emberstone shipment has been completed. You
Okay.
have a second part to the Emberstone theft quest that is return the Emberstone shipment, which you currently have one of 2 pieces completed. But as it stands right now, you have not found the actual the shipment itself. You have these rough instructions from Gafran, but returning the Emberstone shipment, you haven't done yet. You only know that it was on its way to Millifax.
Okay. And as for the alternative source, is there anything there?
The alternative source, you do not have a quest for that.
Okay. I lean in. What is it?
Well, what if we find Emberstone? Maybe not the shipment, but what if we find Emberstone?
Well, I'm a little worried.
The original site.
Seems like Emberstone is in the hands of a very select few people here.
Yeah, but they don't know where we came in at. We do.
That's true.
Hmm.
I suppose we need to consider what our ultimate goal is. Do we want to finish this quest out? Do we want to start our own?
Why not both?
Well, I don't think it's a good idea to say more than we need to,
Exactly.
but I'm worried, Enders.
Why?
Emberstone's in short supply here. And if this family, Gafran, is as powerful as they seem, if they're a supplier, who's buying from them?
Mm-hmm. You know who would be very interested in that information. And I look to the sky as I see dragons flying ahead.
She might be in on it.
She might not. The fear in
Begin
people's
to-
eyes. And she's mentioned. It says a lot.
It's true. You saw the way that the attendant straightened up as soon as we mentioned her.
Was it out of respect?
I can smell fear a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
I lean back and begin to pick at my nails, just relaxing a little bit. So, how far till your house?
You should be able to see it right up there. It's about 5 minutes away.
I
Pointing.
lean up against the glass.
Yeah, so it's basically kind of like northeast of Scaldmere, along the river near the base of this, not near the base. I guess it's still elevated a bit, maybe in some foothills around this volcano. You can see there's like there's a river of water, and you can see there's quite obviously some large pipes that are making their way out of the volcano and the mountain, that are heading to Scaldmere and also appear to be heading further down the river. But yeah, this estate is quite large. You can see several buildings in the night. Just some of the waning light does manage to illuminate it. There's also some large lights on the property, so you can see different parts of the estate illuminated. Again, lots of similar architecture, towers, long and lean and thin, and you can see it's a gated property There's large, like, wrought iron gates at the front. The transport stops, and you can see someone get out to open the gates.
Is it clear that it's powered by Emberstone?
It is not clear that it's powered by Emberstone, no.
Okay.
You would
Are there
notice
dragons around?
It's getting late. I will take an insight if you can let's see if you can see it.
That's a crit.
Wow. Okay. What would you like as your opportunity here?
Okay, 1 second. I should just keep this as a tab somewhere. All right.
Oh, wow. The cockiness is real.
A little bit of a gamer here or something. Okay. Ooh. Do I see dragons, first of all?
So yeah, it looks like this is hunting time. So yeah, you could probably hear this hair sounds of like animals like squelched in the this isn't like a terribly well forested area. This is more like I imagine it's a little bit more open. It's kind of like some plains, a lot of hills, and this is near a river, so there are trees here and there, but this isn't like a forest or anything. So you could probably hear the sounds of like animals dying in the distance and like getting devoured by dragons. And you can probably see a few silhouettes like flying through the sky. Small, nothing gigantic.
Okay. For the opportunity, I would love information. You spot a useful clue or detail.
Okay. Yeah, so you asked if there was like Emberstone, like clear, like this is powered by Emberstone. I think you would notice that on the exterior there are signs of Emberstone technology similar to the car that this transport that you're in. That look like there would be some kind of magic that would work with the gate. And maybe there's like some kind of security magic or some kind of, some kind of elaborate magic would be working in conjunction with this Emberstone technology to secure the perimeter. Like this is like a gated estate. It has stone walls, and there looks like there's spell work and stuff, as well as far as the Emberstone technology, I think there looks like there would be places to place Emberstone crystals, as well as different like pipelines that would be running through the walls. You can see that, and they're not lit up or anything. It doesn't look like there's any ostentatious magic cast here.
Leaning up against the glass. Enders, come over here. Look at the estate. It's so regal and inspiring. Mirror.
There's something in your eye? And I come over.
I lower my voice as we're closer. You look on the east side of the estate. It's clearly Emberstone powered. It might be kind of hard to see. It's dark. I have superior cat eyes, but I think that it might be a weak point, possibly even where they store Emberstone. It might be worth checking out at some point if we can get away and have a look ourselves. No?
All right. Well, I just nod. I say, wow, what a beautiful estate.
The dragons, they're hunting. Oh.
Yes, of course. One of the finest estates in all of Scaldmere.
Oh, yeah. You don't say.
Never seen anything like this.
I'll be helping with I'll help Anissa with the bags and stuff and pull our own stuff off. All right. Ready to see inside.
So, the estate looks like it is made up of several different buildings. First and foremost, there is a large, like, manor house. It looks like almost like a Gothic sort of castle. There's long, thin, cylindrical towers, pointy at the various ends. And there are 3 other buildings that are much smaller than the manor house. There's one that's about half the size of the manor house. And 3 buildings are connected. The large manor house, the one that's about half the size, and then there looks like there is a building that goes behind it that is significantly smaller than both, and then there is another building that you can quite clearly see is like for transport, and they have some of those ignodons that they were talking about.
All right, where will we be staying?
Oh yes, the guest house. It should be enough to accommodate all of you without much trouble.
Okay, very good. Well, it's getting late. We'll let you do your thing, and then we'll see you in the morning.
Yes, I will let the servants know to bring you some food.
Oh, we're not going to
Thank
eat
you.
together.
No, of course not.
All right, then. And then I grab our bags and head to the guest house.
Yes.
You saunter after, carrying nothing.
Very well. Yes, you can see the staff begins to unload the transport. Someone will help you with your bags,
Thanks.
escorting them to the guest house, which would be an amazing house for anyone else. It's ridiculous. Like this guest house is more than anyone needs.
There's a fountain on the inside.
There's probably like a small courtyard sort of area. Like they have a big fountain in the center, and then they have like it's probably in the front it's like sort of U-shaped, you know, and there's like a little fountain there as well.
All right. Guess we're gonna have a new saying right here. Party like a Gafran. And I wait for the door to open.
Well, yeah, the servant will open the door for you and say, we'll have some food brought over to you shortly, within the next 10 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Please let us know if you need anything else. We'll have a servant posted out here for your needs. Whatever you might need.
All night?
Yes.
As I'm following, I'd like to lean over and look into the fountain. Are there any fish in there?
Yes.
I want to try to steal one.
Yeah, okay. Dex and Dex. Difficulty will be 10.
Fuck. I'm gonna use a Fabula point here.
What trait are you invoking?
I'm going to use my slick opportunist identity.
Sure. Yep. Yeah, there's some beautiful they're like beautiful multi colored scaled fish. They're probably like really similar to koi.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a crit again. What the fuck?
I told you.
What the fuck?
So essentially,
we have not had a lot of crits. This is episode 12, and there's like we've probably had like less than 10 crits throughout the entire campaign, and we've had 3 in the last 4 rolls.
yes. I lean over very subtly, seeing the fish here, and Oh, so tired. I do a stretch and I bend over, and as I do one fluid motion, I open my inventory and I slide 2 fish into it. For the opportunity, I would love to create a bond with the servant who's going to be posted outside of our room. They're totally looking at my ass as I'm bending over, and they have a major crush on me.
Okay. Let's see. This is going to be...
+6 in ass.
Okay.
Very important to the plot.
I have a feeling that all of Rue's bonds are going to be stuff like this.
Correct.
Yes. I think they identify themselves as an Adira. Yeah, and she looks to be like somebody that's generally pretty interested in like cleaning the property and stuff like that. And yeah, she gets an eyeful.
I flick my tail around, catching her eye. Ugh. And then I slowly just file in after Enders.
Very well. You head inside. Yeah, it's clear that the people of House Gafran really love themselves. You can see these ridiculous paintings throughout the entirety of the guest house. That must be the family. You can see them like wheeling and dealing, like those kinds of images. There's some of Scaldmere, really nice furniture, like tapestries, like all of the... I mean, this place is ridiculous. Everything looks super expensive.
How many rooms?
Oh, there's plenty. There's rooms for everybody. Easy.
Is there upstairs, downstairs type thing?
Yep.
As well?
There's probably 2 floors. There's like a gorgeous foyer, like marble. Yeah. I mean, columns and like, yeah. Like
I start running and I sample each one of the rooms to try to find the one with the biggest bed.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I get call dibs.
Yeah, there's a master bedroom here for sure.
Starfish in the middle of it.
Okay. I'll just take the one. You said they're on both floors, the rooms?
So the bedrooms are... There will be some on both floors.
Okay.
We'll assume that there's probably like 3 on the bottom floor and 4 on the second floor.
All right, I'm gonna go on one of the bottom floor rooms. Is there one with like big windows, or is it all just the same?
All of them have big
Yeah,
windows.
I'm just gonna go for one of the ones on the fourth floor.
Yeah. You can tell these houses are made to look impressive and get a view of the property and the nicest view in the area. You know, you've got a view. You can, in the distance, you can see like a very large lake. You know, to the northeast.
Okay. Can we see? I'm guessing there's a castle or anything. Can we see the castle from here?
There's no castle that you can see. If you're talking about
I
Cinder
meant
Shroud,
Cinder,
that's super
right.
far away.
Super far away.
Yeah.
Okay. Not even
Cinder
a
Shroud
silhouette
is
or anything?
100 miles away.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah, the lake. I mean, the lake is 60 miles away, but it's huge. So I mean, that's
Okay.
like part of the horizon in the northeast. Yeah. Otherwise, the rooms are really nice. I mean, this is just a really friggin' nice house. There's a big kitchen. You know, there's a big like, the equivalent of a living room.
Just very big table.
Yeah, very posh looking furniture, and everything's very comfortable, and there's plenty of blankets and things. I think Nadira would probably ask, like, if you need any blankets or pillows, please let me know.
Yeah, all the things. I'm gonna ask for it all. Taking my opportunity.
Well, the
for
rooms should be well stocked, but if you need any additional, let us know.
I'll take some additional pillows. Yes.
Very well. How many?
4.
4. All right.
Mm-hmm. Thank
She
you. Rue.
walks off.
Rue.
Oh, yeah. I'm up here.
Do you need any extra pillows, blankets?
I step out and I imagine there's a sort of like terrace, walkway, stairs, and I'm leaning over the edge of it, resting my elbow against the rail. Oh, noticing that Najira is there. My tail begins to flick slowly behind me. Perhaps an extra blanket would be nice. Maybe I'll find some company.
A blanket. And company, you say?
See, the night is young.
I just smile.
I will find a blanket. As far as company, would you like me to contact a professional?
Oh no. How about you deliver the blanket right to my room whenever you're ready? And with that, I'll spin around and just walk off back
Very
into
well.
the room.
Guess it's safer than burning down places. Oh, you just go back into the room, okay. I'm going to sit at the table and wait for the food to come.
Yeah, it arrives just when they said. It's only a few minutes after you get
As
settled.
soon as I sit down.
Yeah, pretty much.
My goodness.
Yeah, and
Wow.
they bring a few things. So I imagine, yeah, there's probably like some fruit, some cheese, some meats.
Yep.
Yeah, just some nice
Nice.
stuff. A few crusts of bread and things like that. Like if you wanted to just have a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I'm going ham. I'm having everything. Well, I hope the others come anytime soon. Because hopefully they got your message.
I just chow down. I'm just stuffing food into my mouth as soon as it arrives.
So are we alone? Or do we have people in here with us?
No, you're alone.
Okay. So I ordered 4 pillows. You know why?
You're 4 pillows tall.
In a bed, I guess. But yeah, you have the right idea.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Right. So yeah, I plan on, going for a little bit of sightseeing later. I was going to ask you to come, but you seem like you're going to be busy.
Yeah, about that. Maybe I can do some sort of distraction. Just in case.
Distracting who?
I don't know.
Last time you did a distraction, it was a bit much.
I promised that I'd be on my good behavior.
I open up inventory and then I pull out a pamphlet with rules and I put it right in front of her. Or at least we have food. We can look at it now together.
This reminds me of compliance back at home.
Well, that's good. You should be familiar with rules then. And we'll both go over it. And while we're going over it, I'll be telling Rue about how I have thoughts of the Empress. And I'm not talking loud at all. The Empress not having a complete idea what's going on behind her back. And that the way Gafran was acting on the ship seems like they keep things tight-knit in a certain certain branch. It's not like everything flows through the right. What's the word I'm looking for? The right channels. You know, like I would imagine the Empress would want to know everything. I feel like she is not a part of those channels. And then I will remind her about how speaking to Anissa, or the mention of the Empress, at all, looking around, everyone seemed to stiffen up, and it was like robotic how they had to say certain things in her name, not even her name, a title was given. You know, we have to be very careful around everyone when it comes to mentioning her.
I've shifted to sit next to you instead of across from you, and I have my knees up on the edge of the seat and my elbows resting on my knees, just sort of folded in myself as I'm listening. Yeah.
So, here's an idea. It's a wild idea. I only want it to be kept between me and you.
All right.
Oh, you know what's really interesting to me is that nobody's really coming up with ideas on how to fix this Emberstone issue. The issue's not the Emberstone 100%, it's energy. Get energy from, well, the world, the land. It's kind of weird to me that they never even tried to think of a way to get energy from the biggest source of energy here. Do you know what that is?
A dragon?
No. The Maelstrom.
Oh.
It's a huge energy source. Just a thought. I don't have any rhyme or reason of how it could be handled, but, well, if they use a lot of Emberstone and it's taken from the land, what if we find a way to use the Maelstrom? Shrink the Maelstrom, take energy from it. Who knows? Again, it's just blueprint, skull and bones. I don't have anything off of it. Just a start. That energy, as dangerous as it is, would you say is a bit more lucrative and powerful than Emberstone?
Well, if I know anything about management, how it might be applied, I think they'll probably run into the same sort of problems, right? There's a consortium that's relegating Emberstone, whether or not it's supposedly can be used, can't be used. What's to keep from that happening with Maelstrom energy?
Well, clearly there's going to have to be a balance.
What if there's another war?
There's definitely going to be another war. Wars forever. It's always going to be an opposing side thinking they're better than others. Look at the Gafrans.
Yeah. War's over and Emberstone's banned in some places, but
Is
they're
war
literally
over?
stealing from
Yeah.
where it was illegal, and they're bringing it here.
So the war is over on the outside. On the inside, it's raging even more than it was publicly.
I guess it's clearly in use here. Where are they getting their Emberstone?
Moderation? Yeah.
Well, clearly
Gafran,
from outside, if they had
of
to
course.
take it.
He's not going to just give all of it up. Everyone takes a little bit of the pie.
Do you think it's distributed here?
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, Millefax seems to be one of the homes of Emberstone. I mean, they have technology that relies on it. There's stuff that was shut down around the whole area. And that's just over there at the docks. Imagine what it is in the main city. Capital, maybe?
So they built at least one city that uses Emberstone to fuel it, and it's clear that they don't have as much as they used to because some of it's defunct. And they've taken a shipment of Emberstone and brought it here. Wouldn't that suggest that they've run out?
We don't know. Someone could be hoarding it. Someone could be using it as a tool to, I don't know, screw over the Empress or vice versa. Who knows? Thing is, we need to talk to more people. We need to find out where this Emberstone has gone.
We also don't know if they've always just taken it.
Right. And Gafran, the person that's the smuggler, so to speak, doesn't even know where it goes. Just has a name. So they're keeping him out of the loop as well.
Which means he might have done this before.
Oh, he's not even the middleman. Maybe he hates the fact that he's just on the outside looking in. Maybe that's why he wants to make a deal with us. There's a lot of questions. I want to get to the bottom of it. I think with moderation, Emberstone could be used, but it has to be a balance of some sort. There's always going to be some kind of greed going on. Look around, all these people here, they depend on it. Imagine if they had no geothermal energy. They'd be out in the cold. They'd probably be dead. The dragons probably would turn on everyone. Who knows?
They're lucky they have a backup.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's places in Regalia where they don't have a backup.
Exactly. Which puts us in a very good position to hold up a title of hero. It's not about winning wars and stuff. It's about finding a balance. At least that is for me. So I don't go by that title.
I see what you're getting at.
I know on the ship it seemed like I was like, I'm for Emberstone only. It's not really that. It's just that I know that there has to be some places that rely on it. But there has to be a balance. Too much consumption of anything, even water, is bad for you. We have to get in good with people of power.
We need to find out more about the Maelstrom. Because if we start taking power from it, what happens to the world around it, you know?
Well, the thing is that's a very far-fetched idea. I don't even want to bring that up to anyone. That's why I say keep it between us. But if we technically can get those that have power involved, that can build certain things, that can regulate a push and pull, so to speak. But nobody's going to talk to us unless we have that one thing that everyone wants.
Yeah.
We know where to find some.
I suppose we can just keep our ears and eyes out for now.
I wanted you to understand where I was coming from, but I feel like you get me in some sort of way.
Yeah. I open my inventory and I slap one of the fish down onto the table. And
What the hell is that?
I don't know, but I'm gonna eat it.
Why? Where did it come? Wait, there was no fish on.
You can looking at this fish, it looks expensive, dude.
Where did you get? Rue.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
So now we're stealing.
You're stealing. I open
Listen.
my inventory and I slide the fish back in.
How
pick
does
up a
it live in
bread
your
roll.
inventory? Will it be able to? I have so many questions. Listen, we can get anything we want. You could have asked for it, probably.
I know, but it's not about having it.
What
It's
is it?
about taking it. Look, I haven't really known you very well. We haven't really hung out outside of the guild.
Yeah,
But
I haven't. Yeah, it's true. I don't really know any of you.
had a very regimented life. And I very much had to play by everybody else's rules for most of it. There's just this rush, this tingling sensation. I'm just, is it free will? Is it, I don't know. Things are different here.
Yeah, I could kind of pick up what you're putting down. I feel like I do have that feeling of having to follow a certain thing all the time. And, you know, I'm not judging you for doing what you do, but at the same time, I feel like there's a time and place. And if someone opens their doors to you, where everything is there, all you need to do is ask. That's freedom too. But if it made you feel better, you won't hear me say anything.
And I take a bread knife and I'm just sort of carving the table, like just making a little circular motion with the tip in it. I'm sorry for burning down that building. I suppose it was a bit over the top.
I lean in. I'm not mad about that.
I smile.
We kind of saved the day with that.
It was pretty cool. I've never done anything like that before.
Yeah, and it seems like those people kind of deserved it. Seem kind of greedy. Now, if a person deserves it, I say, take all you want. Kind of that chivalrous thing of, never mind. I decide not to say it because then I'll invoke her to steal more. If I say steal from the rich, give to the poor. So I'll just say, well, I guess it comes down to respect. People have like this thing about us. They kind of push us back into that thing of calling us heroes. That's why I revoke the title. I haven't really done anything hero-y yet to have that. So I don't want to use that to an advantage or anything.
Yeah.
But I feel like something. Yeah. I feel like, your motives are justified. Just don't get caught.
Okay. I won't.
So slapping it out on the table in front when someone's going to be bringing us pillows and blankets soon is probably not a good idea. But as a souvenir on the road to say you did it, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So here's my plan. I don't know how long the others are going to take, but I'm going to, when the lights go out, I'm going out. I'm going to go check that east side. Not going to do anything rash. Not going to burn down anything. But I feel like you're right. There's a little too many things powered here. Especially. And talking to Gafran, he didn't seem too concerned about a shortage in Emberstone, which means they have a supplier as well. Just going to go for some answers. Maybe you find the mercenaries. They've seen a lot of stuff. So, if you're not too busy with your activities, feel free to look me out.
I'll see if I have an opening in my schedule.
Right. And I continue eating.
We join the other group back in town. You've gotten the note left behind. Given to you by Greg. Yeah, you can see that it's in the Discord. I'm gonna put this up on the screen if I can too.
And we're just looking at it like,
I am currently blending a root veggie smoothie for my favorite, not fuzzy, but bushy companion.
leafy,
Leafy, yes.
planty.
This
Can you
is
blend this stool too, please? I want to try it like smooth this time.
You want to eat the chair? The chair?
I ordered it, didn't I?
I guess that's fair. Hi, Greg.
He says, "Oh, you again? Hi."
How do you like root vegetables? I hand him the smoothie. Ah, wonderful. You wanted to blend the chair?
Oh, why not? I mean, how about a bit of chair then? Just a small bit. I mean, we can always get. Fine. He's saying the blend is too weak. They bought cheap, apparently.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bo.
It's all right. Just toss it here then.
Maybe in the future we can make, I don't know, we can put it in something and make like a cherry pie.
I would love that.
Yeah.
But now just toss it here. Toss it here.
Okay. And I like break off some chair and throw it at him.
Benchy.
Oh, it is
Yum.
floating.
Float in bow and then just start breaking down and dissolve.
An effervescent, like.
Wow.
Oh,
Cool.
yes, the picture. We should probably follow
right.
up. They left.
Oh.
But that means, oh gosh, do you think they know about the visas?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I hope they're not walking around without visas. Oh my god, they would be deported. We need to find them. We need to find them now. Okay. This doesn't say anything though.
It says Gafran, I think,
Gafran,
though. So
but-
we should probably try and see if anyone knows.
Oh, Gafran.
Oh,
Yes. Okay.
oh,
Greg?
the world is wobbling.
I mean, it's clearly an acronym. Going away, house, friend, Roman, anachronistic, nice.
Ah,
I think that's a bit of a reach, but okay. I'm also a little wobbly, like. Ooh, that meat was good. Oh yeah, I can still taste it though. It does leave a certain something, basilisk.
my tongue's a little scaly.
Yeah, this little bit.
Show offs.
Oh, sorry, Bo.
That's
I'm
okay.
Sorry.
You want some chair?
I'm good. We already had fiber today. Probably.
All right.
Greg, I think we're gonna head out. And I just look at him like, I don't even know if he knows. Okay, we'll see ya. And I look at him like, good work, Greg. Oh, what's he saying?
What? I thought you. What? You want me to talk to? Whack, what's he
Sorry.
saying?
What do you think he's saying?
He says, fine, you do whatever you want to do. I'll be right here, as always. Don't worry about me. No one ever worries about me, so I'm fine.
Aw. All right, Greg, we won't worry about you too much, buddy.
Should we bring Greg with us?
Wait, Greg. That's a perfect idea, Iris. You want to come with? Oh my god! Then go get on your helmet and your shield and we'll go together. He looks so excited about this.
Maybe?
Yeah, Greg.
All right.
Greg like leans over and like picks up like a bag, puts it over his shoulder.
Let us go!
Hey, Greg,
Whoa.
who's going to look after the ship now? Fair enough.
It's fine. We have a code. No one can break in.
That's perfectly safe, right?
Yeah. And we exit through like the doors or whatever. And Greg's with us, right? Okay. And that's where I start to lock things up. Like beep 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 beep. We're good.
What about the poop deck?
You did that while under the influence of a lot of alcohol.
Well, I hope I did it right then. Thank
Wow.
you. All right. House Gafran. What was it again? Get away from here, rainbow, nice.
Something along those lines, but I think it... Yeah.
Forward.
To there. Greg, where are we going?
Yeah.
Lead the way.
Woo!
I agree, but at the same time, you know how it is.
We could ask someone where there is a nice house. Huh?
No, we. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Wait, the map. And I look at the pamphlet.
It's a really rough map of like Scaldmere. Like it just has it has like the like merchant area. It has like some inn locations, but it's like a really basic map.
Okay.
I mean, it must look like the picture they drew, right?
Yeah, surely. It's just as
A picture
detailed
before
as
they
that.
left.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a mansion with 4 corners, one of those barn kind of slope things, and a small door.
Is there any denotation of any house, Gafran?
On the map, no.
Oh, shit.
Time to just look for a fancy house.
Fancy house time!
Fancy house brigade.
Hardcore. Where do we mix in the hardcore?
Oh,
Hardcore!
right
Fancy!
now.
Core.
Hardcore!
What? Hardcore!
Huh.
Are we outside the ship, right?
Yeah, you're starting to head down the tower again.
All right, then I look for the nearest somebody.
Oh, also, you spent money on food. Each of you would have spent probably 40s in it.
40s in it.
got it.
I'm looking for the nearest somebody.
I mean, there's an information desk.
Is it
We
edible?
just go up and ask. We're trying to be sneaky about this, right?
Are we?
This is one of our stuff that I didn't write down.
Oh,
I said we were gonna do the rest of it, but not this part.
All right, well, in that case, we'll have to be very surreptitious.
That's the thing. I'm not very surreptitious about stuff, and it's hard to do that in my position.
I'll tell you what, in my day, I've been very surreptitious. Sometimes I even worked from home.
But you do not blend in at all.
Huh?
Yeah, we need you to blend. How can we get you to blend?
I can blend like butter on bread, baby. What?
We're not putting it in the blender, Greg. We just need him to blend in.
Just
What about the cloth?
The cloth.
cloth. We can put cheesecloth on Moon's face so they don't see the savior, and then she can ask where Gafran is.
I put my hands on your slimy face. You are a genius.
What?
I am?
He is?
I must
Or you
be.
could use
She
my
said it.
cloak that is cheesecloth adjacent.
I will take the
Greg
cheesecloth
rolls his eye in the
adjacent cloak.
background.
I mean, Greg, do you have any? I mean, what do you think, Greg? I guess we'll do it then.
Or do you want me to do it? I am fine. I will do swell.
This is gonna be a lot, and I have like a sweat mark that's just like. How's Gafran? Okay. Cheesecloth. Nothing's making sense anymore. Wait, Greg. Did you remember? Did you remember to bring the stuff? Okay, good. And I start looking more and more paranoid. Hey! And I stop this guy that's just walking past us.
Yes, it's one of the dock workers for the tower.
Could you, point us in the more historical district? We're tourists and just looking for the, more...
Fancy houses.
architectural part of town. Yes.
Like noble houses.
Rich people.
As it were, yes.
Which noble house?
What was it?
Gafran?
Griffin?
Are you talking about House Gafran?
Gafran, that's it. That's right. They were saying how intricate it was. Do you have any idea where it is?
Well, yes, they have an estate on the edge of town, a bit northwest of the volcano.
Oh,
If you're a compass, where is northwest right now? That way!
That way! Wonderful.
Thank you,
Thank
kind
you.
stranger.
And why'd you start walking? Oh my god, I can't believe that worked. I can't believe that worked.
You're so
Works
good
every
at talking
time.
to people. That was great. I am. That was great.
You begin to walk all the way down the tower again. Heading down back into the town. You can see that, like,
Being super inconspicuous.
yeah, like it's dark now. There's, people are mostly settling in for the night. A lot of the shops are closing. There's restaurants are still busy. There's some bars and things that are still active. But yeah, there's lights throughout town. There's a few like floating lights. You can see some magical lighting as well.
Looking in that direction, do we see any sort of volcano or anything to gauge how far this might
Oh
be?
yeah, the volcano's very visible. You can see, it's definitely like part of the background scenery here. You can see that there's probably like the volcano is quite clearly to the northeast.
Okay. So northwest of the volcano. Do I smell anything?
I mean, it's a trade port. It definitely smells. Smells
Okay.
like a lot of different things.
Okay.
It doesn't smell like Clatterpoint, I'll tell you that. It doesn't smell nearly as bad.
Okay. Good.
I miss that stinking clam.
I can't say that I do.
It was quite scary at first, but I had a lot of fun once we
That's true.
warmed up the locals.
We made
Yeah,
so many
especially Big
friends.
C. Yeah.
Good old
How they're
C.
doing.
Cut to his
Yeah.
friends.
Wonder if we'll make any friends here.
I hope so.
That would be wonderful.
Don't seem as friendly, and that's something to say.
So, are people around this town mostly on foot, or like how are people getting about? Are we like kind of just walking on a main road or something?
Yeah, so Scaldmere is, I think it's kind of tiered. So the dock area is the, sort of on sea level, and then it kind of, the further out you go from the port, the higher in elevation you go. So it's kind of like there's like this grand staircase that leads up through the center of town, and it's sort of semicircular in design. Leading, sort of branching off from this staircase. You can see people mostly walking around town, but there's a few people on these lizard-like biped creatures with little like T-Rex arms that are moving about. Sort of, it seems like the equivalent of horseback here.
Look at its arms.
I know.
They have little.
Is that-
They have little bags attached to their tails to catch giant piles of feces.
It's very efficient.
That is the earthy smell I was smelling around. Interesting.
Yeah.
Smells like a trash fire. Hey, are there taxis in this place? Like, do you see people hailing these creatures?
So, very interesting question. So there's a few things that you notice around town. I'll tell you what. Make an insight, Buff.
Insight? I'm so good at insight.
You're gonna do great. You did great.
Hey,
I
a
did
10.
great.
A 10. That's actually pretty good. Yeah. So there's a few ways that people are traveling about town. First and foremost, the obvious way is walking. And there's Ignodons. And you can probably see some signs for like Ignodon rental and stuff like that. Then there's also like there's some signs for transport. You can see signs for transport. There's also, it appears that there's a few people that are using some mechanical lifts around the place. They just bring you to the other tiers. Like if people don't want to take the staircases, there's lifts in various locations. There's also I imagine there's people that are that have a little like motorized transport. Might be like magical. I think they're styled. Probably, I imagine they're styled to look like dragons. Like bikes, sort of. Like they look like, but they're styled like dragons.
So is there like a taxi agency place we can go to rent one of these things?
It says transport. Like there's various like a transport.
Then I try
hub.
and ratatouille moon that way, and then when we get there, I go, "Excuse me, I'd like to rent one of your ignoramuses."
Ignodon.
Ignodon rental. Ignodon rental's over there.
Okay.
Ah.
And then I go in the direction in very marionette form towards the rental.
Sure. Yeah, there's it's the equivalent of like a taxi agency. You know, there's a few buildings that have like Ignodon rental. You can see that there's like chariot rental. There's also you can see that there's a limousine service.
Can any of you drive, or ride, or chariot, or move, or fly? I mean, you can fly.
Riding surely is not going to be that difficult, right?
Oh, we should be able to ride an Ignodon.
No, I'm all
It's a
pseudopods. I couldn't
little
tell you.
bumpy.
Okay. So we don't need somebody to drive us?
But we want to be low profile, right? We do not wish for anyone to know exactly where we're going, right?
Oh,
It's true. But
I
this
see.
would be a fun way to get there.
Perfect.
Maybe
I think we should.
2?
We could disguise ourselves, maybe?
How big
I
are
could-
they?
How big are what?
The Ignodon?
The Ignodons. How many people could they?
Because it's 4 of us, right?
What?
You know, because Greg.
Oh, yes. Well, Greg is he's very compact, and so are you. All right, maybe not as compact, but okay, that's fair. Let's get 2 to be safe.
Okay. Well, if you want to hide your person, I could always I kind of wiggle and morph a tiny bit and go over Moon's face like a visor for her helmet, so you can't see her face anymore.
Whoa. Cool, but I can like see, and there's like just like this like lens of blue. Like, whoa.
I'd like to roll for it if possible, GM.
And
Just
what are you
so
rolling for
Not
specifically?
power gate. I'm trying to like disguise Moon.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be might and willpower, I think.
Might and willpower. I'm very mighty and very will-powery. 15.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, no problem. This is purely like you holding this form for long enough to do this. You know that you can't do this for very long.
No, I'm not trying to power game myself to be, everything.
Oh.
You're you're tensing a muscle right now, is what it feels like, Bo.
Right.
We would like 2 of your Ignodons.
Ignodons.
Very well.
Please?
And are you looking for a one-way trip, or are you looking to rent them for a few days?
Oh, just a one-way.
Very well. The Ignodons are trained to return back here after their use. How far are you looking to travel?
Oh, up towards northwest, near that, the Noble District.
All right. That will be 50 Zenit.
Oh, I got this one, guys.
Oh, thank you.
And I drop the change on the table.
Sure. Very well. You can take this ticket to the distributor over there.
Okay, thank you. And I'm still like blinking my eyes because it's so blue. Like my vision's just like, whoa. You think we'll be all right? Maybe piloting these things after the prickled pear? Nah, we'll be fine.
I mean, mounts were in the game, were they not?
Yeah, we'll be okay.
We will be fine.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh,
Also, they are very intelligent creatures if they are able to return here.
sure. Yeah.
Yes.
And we head over to where we need to get these Ignodons. Oh, God. Okay.
All
Where do we
right.
put our tickets?
2 Ignodons.
Yes,
Ticket,
please.
please.
Tickets.
Be prepared to show your visa to the military
visa.
corps on exiting this, exiting the town here.
Okay, thank you. And I go over to an Ignodon. I have never ridden one of these.
Yeah, it has stirrups and has a saddle.
Okay.
Oh.
And I'm gonna try and get on one.
Okay.
Indeed.
Dexterity and dexterity.
Dexterity and dexterity. Oh, Lord.
Is this
All right.
perhaps
put my
a
foot in the
group
stirrups
check?
Here. Yep. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Moon, this is, to say this is awkward is an understatement. You try several times to climb up before somebody helps you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, there's like a hump. Weird. Whoa. Sorry. Greg, yes, you come up here with me. Come on. And come on. Up. And I put him on the back. Ooh. Piece of
Was that
cake.
easy? Oh. I will try to get up on one of these.
Dex and Dex. Difficulty's 10.
Is there anyone else near us right now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Hang on, Bo. You're doing great.
6 as well.
Yeah, Iris, again, this is, it's not easy to do. You, like, put one foot in the stirrup and you do the thing where your leg goes the wrong way and you blaze outwards. You just hop.
Resistance?
You're hopping around on one leg, just trying to keep your balance before somebody helps you up. Somebody rolls their eyes. Tourist.
Thank you.
Okay. And I kind of take the reins of my Ignodon. Line rears.
Yeah. You start hauling ass on these Ignodons. You're a teenager that doesn't know when to ease off the gas or ease into the gas. You start hauling ass. Whoa! Like people diving out of the way as you start stampeding towards.
Sorry.
Yeah, towards.
Sorry.
You can see there's.
Oh, Bo, you can
there's
get
some
off my
there's-
helmet now.
Yeah, there's some military that like holding up a hand. Whoa! Hold it there. I'm gonna need a insight and willpower from both of. So we can do a group check for this if you'd like to slow down.
All right.
Oh,
I
God.
will start it. Difficulty?
Difficulty is gonna be 10.
Okay.
And this will be
but
Moon. This will be Moon and Iris, I think, as a part of this group check. And
Moon
Bo
and
is not
Iris,
steering
okay.
here. Bo is just trying to maintain this visor.
Okay. Oof.
Yeah. Okay. You are coming up to this checkpoint. You can see there's a few people lined up. You're coming in way too hot. Whoa! Hold down! Whoa! And you just barrel through the checkpoint.
涙の色はエメラルドブ宝石みたいに光 見上げていたあの夜も